entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
Goat thriller, back better, iller, pound for pound, killing these topics with analytics, silencing all the critics, trying to bite the style, they get sun like children. YouTube villain, podcast killing, so antagonistic and prolific with the swiftness. Make sure you make weight before you trying to debate. Yeah, I said it, and I never hesitate. Hit them with hooks, cause these rooks took the bait. Start the show, cause goats never hesitate. Ducking smoke, got them sweating at they toxins.
Yeah,
Goat thriller, cleaning up the sport of boxing. Aight then.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I fucking wait.
I am the greatest.
Yeah, I said it. Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every last one of y'all hit that like or dislike button. And please don't forget to put some motherfucking Coach K Duke full court pressure on that sub button if you're new to the channel. And please don't forget to ring that noti bell so you could be notified via email each and every time your boy E Thriller, aka Hamrothstein, aka Goat Thriller, aka the Black Picasso, because I paint these pictures so vividly with my words on the sport of boxing whenever I feel like it. And once again, fight fans, ladies and gentlemen in the Wolf Pack, welcome back. Now, first things first, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream podcast on my YouTube account. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream podcast on my Facebook account. Shout out to everybody that subbed up to my new YouTube account, Go Thriller, the Black Picasso. And if you haven't done so, can you make sure y'all go sub up after the show or during the show? I'm going to pin a link in the chat. I'm going to pin a link in the description so we can run them numbers up so I can get remonetized on YouTube yet again. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's subbed up to my new channel. And also, shout out to everybody on Twitter. Shout out to everybody on IG. And shout out to the motherfucking TikTokers. And as always, how can I forget about the playback game? Shout out to all my niggas that's working the late night shift. Shout out to everybody that's catching this in the morning, man. Salute. Make sure y'all drop some threes in the chat to let me know that you're rocking and sliding with your boy E Thriller, a.k.a. Goat Thriller, a.k.a. the Black Picasso. Now, first things first, man. Let's get right into it. So tonight we're going to kick back a little bit, man. Listen to a few sound bites because, oh my God, there was a whole lot of new information that was presented from the fighters instead of us, you know, YouTubers and content creators and fans of sports and shit like that, right? I mean, we hear shit, you know, some of these bullshit ass narratives coming out of Team Spence's mouth and things of that nature. So, I mean, oh my Lord. Whew, the amount of sound bites I have tonight at my arsenal and at my disposal is unlimited. So, with that being said, YouTube, I do not own the rights to this content. This is for educational purposes only. And if you're new to the channel, I can't show the visuals because YouTube like to be on some funny style stuff. So we just going to play by the rules. We're going to only show the audio or listen to the audio rather. And then I'm going to break this thing down like a rotisserie chicken on a Sunday, right? So for the record, once again, YouTube, I do not own the rights to this audio content. This is for educational purposes only for me to break down the press conference in LA between Errol Spence Jr., the A-side, and Terence Bud Crawford. So without further ado, DJ E Thriller, hold on, let me get my shit right before I get flagged. Let me get it right, man. Shout out to everybody in this bitch, man. Let's run it. Let's see what Errol Spence and Terence Bud Crawford was talking about. Let's go to the 13-minute and 23-second mark. Let's run it.
Well, let's hear from the fighters. Let me bring to the podium. This man's got a 76% knockout percentage. Since he's moved up to welterweight, he has stopped every opponent he's faced. He's the former undisputed super lightweight champion of the world. He's the current WBO welterweight champion of the world. He is Terence Bud Crawford.
What's going on, everybody? Y'all don't.
Hey, before I let Bud get the cooking, y'all drop some threes in the chat if y'all can hear the audio and if y'all can hear me pretty good. I don't want to start cooking, man, and then I'll be going in and out because of my internet or my microphone. Y'all let me know. Drop some in the chat to let me know that y'all can hear me good and then that y'all can hear that audio crystal clear. I appreciate that, CY. I appreciate that, Sanctus. What up, Mikey? What up, Brimley? Is that Stephen Brimley? What up, X-Man? What up, ASAP? 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 What up, Goldie? What up, Mr. INTJ? All right, I appreciate y'all. Let me get back to cooking, man. This is Terence Bud Crawford at the press conference today. Let's hear what he had to say.
Y'all don't look excited. I'm so excited that we here today and that we getting this fight done. I'm excited for you, the fans. I actually got a gift for each and every one of y'all. And why? Because I love y'all. Because without y'all, there's no us. So I'm gonna give y'all a gift with the presence of myself and Errol. July 29th, so y'all can witness greatness. There will be greatness July 29th that you guys will witness. And how do we measure greatness? You guys, we measure greatness by eras. We had the Sugar Ray Robinson era. We had the Ali era, the Marvin Hagler, the Tommy Hearns. You even had the Floyd Mayweather, his era. But July 29th, I'm gonna show each and every one of y'all why. This era is the Terence Crawford era. Come fight night, he called himself the big fish, right? But what you do when the fish get took out the water, you suffocate him. Let's go.
I like it. I loved it. I want some more of it. Hey, man, Terence Bud Crawford, whenever he got up there on the podium, man, shout out to the Boogeyman, a.k.a. the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the sport of boxing. Yeah, I said it, and I didn't stutter. But Bud, man, he went up there, popped his shit. You could tell he was, a little anxious. There was a little bit of anxiety trying to set in because he really couldn't believe that he's finally made it to this motherfucking moment. I mean, the man has been calling this dude out for 5 years. He's been waiting on Errol Spence to make up his bedroom and to put his clothes up and to find his shoes so he can come outside and fight. You understand what I'm saying? Because Al Heyman, whatever y'all want to say it is, whether it was Al Heyman that had this magnificent plan or if it was Errol Spence that claimed he wanted to go the easier route by knocking out Sean Porter and fighting all these fighters on the quote-unquote his side of the street, which I'm going to break down a little bit later in the show. Terence Bud Crawford is looking like, but I be goddamn, I'm excited to see everybody in this bitch, even Errol Spence with these motherfucking high heel boots on that he had on, right? But let's hear what the big fish had to say up next at the podium. It gets spicy, y'all. It get real spicy. Let's go.
Coming to the podium is a man who has a 78% knockout percentage. 6 of his last 7 opponents, former world champions. 3 of them, he took away their straps. He's the unified welterweight champion of the world. He's known as the Truth. Big Fish, man down, Errol Spence Jr.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here. This is the biggest fight I feel like in boxing right now. This is a legendary fight. This is definitely an old school fight. This is the fights that my dad used to talk to me about and older people tell me about, where you had Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns, you had Durant and all them, you had De La Hoya and Trinidad fighting. You had the best fighting the best. And finally, we're at this point where, me and Terence Crawford had to get on the phone, talk about it, and now, it's finally happening. The best fighting the best. I feel like it's an old school fight, creme de la creme, and this is going to prove not only the best welterweight in the world. It's gonna prove who the best fighter in the world is. If you know my mentality, you know it's to win, it's to go all out, give it everything. His mentality is the same thing. So I want everybody to tune in July 29th, come to the fight, because we're gonna have a crawfish boil. So everybody make sure they're there, man. It's gonna be enough for everybody, I promise you that.
Alrighty, y'all heard what Errol Spence, aka the Big Fish, the biggest in the game at 147, according to the Errol Sexuals in himself. Shout out to Errol Spence, man. He got there up on the podium and basically said that he was going to have a crawfish boil with Terence Crawford remains. Now, of course, I wholeheartedly disagree. And the man has been saying, you know, this whole lead up to this fight that is going to be a lopsided, one-sided ass whooping, basically saying that he's going to beat the dog shit out of Terence Crawford. But I feel totally opposite of that. I feel like Terence Crawford is going to get in this ring and expose everything that Errol Spence has ever worked for. That's just my personal opinion. Of course, I've already broken this shit down several times. I'm going to keep breaking it down leading up to the fight, right? But let's hear the questions. Some of these questions was goofy as hell, so I'm going to try to skim through them and get to the best ones. And then I got a couple of sound bites that I'm going to go to on Twitter and IG, and then I'm going to get the cooking on what was said.
Did you know that you could get...
Hold on, y'all. I got to let this audio run. Hold on, y'all. But while we doing that, can y'all put some respect on my like button? I got about 69 people in here with 38 likes. Can y'all please hit my goddamn like button? I mean, I don't want to hurt nobody. Can y'all please show some love to E-Thriller, aka the Black Picasso, and hit my goddamn like button? Jeez.
Nigga be all online, have y'all laughing and shit. You don't even want to spend $9. You don't want to buy one song for $128. Get the fuck right now. But you always want to come on my live and look at me. But you always want, but you can't spend $1.50 on a song.
I mean, I'm saying I got 62 votes with 50 likes. Can y'all please get the likes up to 100? So whenever I get done popping my shit, I'm going to read some comments. You understand what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody in this bitch, man. Now back to the goddamn press conference. Roll that clip.
You know what? Let's start with the trainers first. Bomac, first question is quite simple. Can you tell the media, tell everybody who's watching, why is Terence Bud Crawford going to win this fight July 29th?
Well, I will tell you this, and why Terence is going to win the fight. Because he's the best fighter, and the world knows that. If you just look how about he go about his business, there's no playing around with him. You know, he come to get you out of there. You know, once he hurt you, that's a wrap. I'm sure I can get many former fighters that he done fought to come up here and back up what I'm saying. Now, I will tell you this. Errol's a damn good fighter. Damn good fighter. He accomplished a lot in the game, and I tilt my hat to him and his trainer, Derek. But the boxing world, the real fighters know. The real boxing fans know out there who gonna win this fight.
Shout out to Bomac, man. That's Terence Crawford's lead trainer. We know that he has 3 trainers that help him get to the point of his career. Now, let me just say this. I was a little taken aback by Bomac's energy because I felt like he would be the one that kind of set the shit off in the press conference that would get Errol Spence, you know, out of character, so to speak. But in all actuality, it ended up being Derek James. Now, let's listen to what Derek James had to say in order to stir the pot for these fighters to start going back and forth, because this is where it gets good. This is at the 19-minute mark, man. Shout out to Fight Hype. Let's roll that through.
Derek James, same question. You need to enlighten us. Why will Errol Spence Jr. win this fight July 29th?
Well, I believe that Errol Spence will win the fight because of his depth. I believe his technique. I believe that his skill set. It's not so much about the gamesmanship of the show. He's a guy never talking, but a guy who goes in there and makes it happen and gets busy. And I think that what you'll see on July 29th is Errol Spence go out and yet again prove his dominance over another fighter. It's not so much about knocking somebody out. It's always about breaking somebody, breaking somebody's will, breaking somebody else's desire to continue to fight. And that's what you'll see July 29th Errol Spence breaking Terence Crawford's will.
But
You know what I would love to know, because it's kind of funny that none of these reporters that was at the press conference that was listening to these statements coming from the trainers and from the fighters, not one goddamn time did they ever ask Errol Spence or Derrick James, trainer of the year, what is going to happen if you don't break Terence Bud Crawford will? I'll wait. I will fucking wait. I would have loved for somebody to ask them that question. I mean, do you have a plan A? I mean, we know you got a plan A, but what is your plan B or C? Now, we know that they're not going to go into the specifics of how they're going to try to, quote unquote, break his will. But I mean, my Lord, it sounds like that's all they banking on is like coming in and bullying Terence Bud Crawford and being a bigger and stronger guy and making him not want to fight anymore, so to speak. I mean, that doesn't really make sense, because you didn't do that to Mikey Garcia and you damn near threw over 2,000 punches. I mean, I'm not even trying to be facetious, but you couldn't even get that motherfucker up out of there. You couldn't get Danny up out of there, really. You couldn't even get motherfucking Sean Porter up out of there. And you beat the shit out of Ugas, but the ref had to stop that goddamn fight or the corner, right? So, I mean, whose will are you really breaking, Errol Spence? I mean, the shit just don't make sense. But once again, these are the narratives that these niggas love to throw out there for these goddamn Neanderthals on YouTube to take it and run with it and to come on my channel and to come on my panel saying this same dumbass shit. It makes no sense. But anyway, let's get back to this press conference.
we heard why you're going to win. I think we want to hear from you. What is a victory, though, on the 29th mean to you specifically? We know it comes as being undisputed. That would also mean you'd be the first fighter to be undisputed in 2 different weight classes. What would a victory on the 29th mean to you?
Well, like I said, that piggybacks on what I said before. It shows that I'm the greatest fighter of this era. No man have captured undisputed in 2 different weight classes.
Teofimo did last weekend.
Teofimo definitely wasn't. He was lineal, correction, but he wasn't undisputed. Sorry, Derek. So
you see, whenever Terence Bud Crawford checked that dumbass shit that Derrick James, I mean, Derrick James is a great trainer. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from his boxing acumen. I'm not even saying that he doesn't know what the fuck going on inside the ring on fight night and training his fighters and things of that nature. And if we keeping it a buck, Derrick James has the best stable of fighters to me, and it ain't even close. But my nigga, you clearly don't watch the sport of boxing, and you said it in several occasions, and I thought you were just bullshitting just to try to diminish and just try to deflect because you didn't really want to talk about the fight in the past. But, I mean, how the fuck can you really sit up here and say, with a straight face on that podium in the biggest fight in the world, right? You sat up there and said that Teofimo Lopez has already been 2-time undisputed. So that means that Teofimo had to win undisputed at 135, right? And then the last time I checked, based off of his logic, I mean, this is what he said. I didn't say the shit for all the Aerosexuals. This is what Derrick James said. I'm not spinning anything. I'm not trying to paint a narrative. These are this man's words. He said that Teofimo won undisputed at 140 last weekend against Josh Taylor. But the last time I checked, if my memory serves me correct, I'm a guy that doesn't smoke. I'm a guy that doesn't drink. I'm pretty goddamn coherent, right? Teofimo Lopez only won the WBO strap in the lineal title. That doesn't equate to all fucking 4 belts because, hello, you ever heard of a guy by the name of Regis Prograis? He has a belt. Have you ever heard of a guy by the name of, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but Rolly fucking Romero? He has a belt. And then a couple of other cats got the belt. But the point is, Derrick James, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, do you really hate Terence Bud Crawford this much to the point to where you're going to try to diminish everything that this man has accomplished and can possibly accomplish on July the 29th by saying that somebody else already did it when they ain't even been undisputed before? Shit doesn't even make sense. We all know that Teofimo Lopez had the opportunity to become undisputed. But what did he do? Instead of going up against Devin Haney, because we all know the WBC, shout out to Mauricio Suleiman, for whatever reason, whenever Lomachenko had the belt, created this franchise title. So he gave the fucking regular belt, meaning the real belt for reasons I don't know, to a Devin Haney, and Vasily Lomachenko decided to fight Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez beat him, and instead of lining it up to become the real undisputed champion, at 135, like Devin Haney just did, yeah, I said it, he elected to go up against a George Kambosos. And the last time I checked, if Google serves me correct and my motherfucking memory, once again, I have one of the sharpest minds in this YouTube content creator shit. The last time I checked, George Kambosos wasn't undisputed. So again, I would like to pose this question to Derek James, Errol Spence, the Earl Sexuals, or anybody that's opposed to what I'm saying in the motherfucking Wolfpack in my chat. When was George Kambosos ever undisputed? I fucking wait. And while I'm waiting on that, why y'all drop that in the chat? Because I know y'all can't drop shit. The question is rhetorical, but can y'all hit my goddamn like button? I got 20 peeping toms in this bitch with motherfucking, y'all ain't hitting the like button. Y'all just in this bitch enjoying the festivities of what E Thriller, aka the Black Picasso, is cooking up. Can y'all please put some respect on my like button? And also, hold on, stop the presses. Stop the motherfucking presses. Shouts out to my guy. Let me see. Rob Jones for sending me that cash out donation. He said can't wait for tonight's show. Shout out to the Woodpack. Hey, man, I appreciate your love and support, man. And if anybody else would like to donate to the channel, because the shit goes a long way, contrary to what y'all may or may not believe, and it helps my morale. It makes me want to keep coming on live. Yeah, I said it. The Cash App is, yeah, I said it, E3. Once again, the Cash App is open 24/7, 365. The name is, yeah, I said it, E3 in all caps. Now, back to the press conference.
Sorry, sir. You tried it. But yes, once again, I will be the first male boxer to actually capture the welterweight champion in 2 divisions. And that would solidify me as the greatest fighter of this era.
Definitely not, man. I'm not gonna lie, Tyron got the best matchmakers in the business.
Okay, so this is where it get good in the Woodpack, y'all. This is where Errol Spence got overly emotional, and this is where Errol Spence had one of those flashbacks that he had at the Danny Garcia and Sean Porter fight when he was drunk. Yeah, I said it, and I didn't stutter, and I normally don't even talk about the drinking shit, but fuck it, it is what it is. Errol Spence got up there on that podium and started shitting on everything that Terence Crawford had earned in the sport of boxing to date. And here we are again, lo and behold. This nigga is doing it again. He's talking about the same stupid ass talking points that all these goddamn imbeciles run around here saying on YouTube, saying, oh, you ain't fought nobody. Who did you beat at 140? Oh, your undisputed titles don't matter at 140. Oh, who did you fight at 135? Your lineal titles don't matter. Who did you beat at 147? Even though everybody wanted you to fight Sean Showtime Porter. Oh, Sean Porter was 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Oh, Sean Porter wasn't training properly. Never mind the fact of Sean Porter once, I'm going to break this down later on in the show, but Sean Porter was saying a lot of disparaging things about Terence Crawford before the fight actually happened. Him and K. Diddy, shout out to him with his hating punk ass, right? But a lot of them niggas was saying a lot like they was going to knock Bud out, that they was the best competition. There was no other welterweight at 147 pounds at the present moment, including Errol Spence, that could even think about defeating a Terence Crawford because he is like that, right? These are the things that they were saying prior to the fight. But we want to cry over spoiled milk and sour grapes and be a sore loser. Whenever you got in there, it got knocked the fuck out. You got knocked the fuck out. I mean, you went to sleep experts. It is what it is. K. Diddy, you got to let this shit go, bro. But let's hear what Errol had to say. Matter of fact, let me rewind this shit for all you goddamn aerosexuals. Let's rewind this. Let me go back to when Derek James started hating. All right, let's run this shit.
Crawford's will.
But we heard why you're going to win. I think we want to hear from you. What is a victory, though, on the 29th mean to you specifically? We know it comes as being undisputed. That would also mean you be the first fighter to be undisputed in 2 different weight classes. What would a victory on the 29th mean to you?
Well, like I said, that piggybacks on what I said before. It shows that I'm the greatest fighter of this era. No man have captured undisputed in 2 different weight classes.
Teofimo did last week.
Teofimo definitely wasn't. He was lineal, correction, but he wasn't undisputed. Sorry, Derek. Sorry, sir. You tried it. But yes, once again, I will be the first male boxer to actually capture the welterweight champion in 2 divisions.
Listen, this is where Errol Spence get all hot and bothered and overly emotional and tensed, and you know what I'm saying, his palms starting to get sweaty because he don't want to hear no facts. See, Errol Spence came to this press conference spinning a whole bunch of narratives, but he wasn't saying any factual shit. Everything he was saying was very subjective, and he was hating like a motherfucker. I mean, it is what it is. Terence Crawford does have the opportunity, whether you niggas like it or not, hate it or love it, but the facts are the facts. I'm just speaking to this point, which is a fact. If he were to win on July the 29th, he is going to be the first male boxing athlete to ever go undisputed in 2 different weight classes in the 4-belt era. And Errol Spence couldn't stomach it. Errol Spence couldn't handle the fucking truth. No pun intended. He couldn't handle the truth. Let's hear what he had to say. Let's listen to his ridiculous ass rebuttal.
And that would solidify me as the greatest fighter of this era.
Definitely not, man. I'm not gonna lie. Tyron got the best matchmakers in the business. You ain't fought nobody, man. You haven't beat anybody undisputed at 140. Who you fought at 135, and who you fought at 147. Even you fought Sean Porter. Even Sean Porter said,
"What did I do to Sean Porter that you couldn't
Sean
do?"
Porter said he did not train like he should. He didn't do the things that his daddy told him to do. What are you talking about? Even his daddy said it. Even his daddy said it.
You butthurt that I got the
Even his daddy said it.
You butthurt.
Even Kell Brook, he was already broken.
So was he broken when you fought him?
No, he wasn't broken.
How come
I broke the other eye?
He came off of.
I broke.
That's a hell of a question, Bud. See, Bud was very on his toes in this press conference. He was very witty. He was very alert, and he was paying attention to every fucking thing Errol Spence was saying out of his mouth. Because if we call him a spade, if Kell Brook was broken and washed up by the time that Bud fought him, then what the fuck can we say about it whenever he fought you, Earl? Because like Bud said, the man moved up 2 weight classes. We all know. We say this shit all the fucking time. And got his goddamn eye socket broke, right? And then he had to move back down 2 weight classes within a matter of months to fight Errol Spence, who broke the other side of this motherfucking face. So, I mean, can we sit up here and say the same thing about your victory? That's why I don't give you full credit for that victory over Kell Brook, because if we call him a spade, because we have to be unbiased, we have to be objective about the sport of boxing. Sean Porter is the only man in the welterweight division that fought a full-strength Kell Brook. Facts, E-Thriller, facts.
Broke the other idea. That's how I got broke. That's how I got broke.
He came off a stoppage.
What does it matter?
He came off a stoppage, and then he fought you.
What does it matter?
Months prior.
What does it matter?
See how that shit works? See, it don't matter whenever Errol Spence is trying to get credit for his fight with Kell Brook, but it only matters whenever it comes to Terence Bud Crawford. So y'all see how Errol Spence be moving the goalposts? Like, what you mean? Why does it matter, nigga? Because you're saying he was broken when I fought him. So if he was broken when I fought him, well, goddamn it, he was broken when you fought him too. The facts are the facts. We can't pick and choose and try to split hairs and all this other goofy ass shit that Errol Spence trying to do. So these dumbass niggas on YouTube and on Facebook and on Twitter and on IG and TikTok can paint these goddamn hating ass narratives just to shit on the greatness of Terence Bud Crawford, because they are so enamored with Errol Spence. I mean, they worship this man to no end. You would swear this nigga was the king of Zamunda.
Doesn't matter.
So was he broken or not?
No, he wasn't broken. No, he wasn't broken.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
What you talking about? I had the same surgery he had, and what happened? So what they say about you then? You fight me then.
I'm gonna break that.
And that's cap, because the last time I checked, Errol Spence had a slight laceration of one of his eyes. I can't remember if it was the left eye or the right eye. Somebody correct your boy E-Thriller in the chat, because I don't know everything about the sport of boxing. Time to time I forget certain shit. But the point is, Kell Brook had facial surgery on his orbital bone, right? Orbital bone. I know that's kind of hard to say, right? And Errol Spence, the last time I checked, he had surgery on a lacerated eye from a cut in sparring or something. I don't know how this shit happened. I think he was getting dinged on by somebody. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So technically, you didn't have the same goddamn injury, Earl. Once again, it's cap season and not strap season with your capping ass.
So what they say? So I'm broken then, right?
Well, you broken. You're gonna be broken July 29th.
Yeah, we gonna see.
You're gonna be broken.
And the thing is, his fans, they just let this shit slide as if, oh, everything he's saying is facts. I mean, it sounds good on the surface, right? But if you're a nigga that's paying attention to detail and know exactly what has happened in the past, then you're saying, well, this nigga is full of shit because he's up here lying. This nigga is lying, bro. You didn't have the same goddamn energy. But if we're going to use your logic, because you're saying that Kell Brook was already broken down because he's been through injuries and things of that nature, then can't Terence Bud Crawford say the same thing about you? Hello? Remember the car wreck? You had one, not two, but 3 car wrecks within the span of, fighting Terence Bud Crawford in this 5-year process. Then you had the shit with your obby. So can we sit up here and say that you ain't the same fighter as well? I mean, that's fair to say. If we're just using your logic, and I know a lot of your fans, after you get knocked the fuck out because the fro has got to go. Hashtag the fro has got to go. You're getting fried on July the 29th. Yeah, I said it. And once you get cooked and sauteed or baked, whatever the fuck Bud want to do with you, right? I already know it's going to be a plethora of excuses coming from some of you Neanderthals, and I am just going to be laughing my motherfucking ass off. And if you motherfuckers hate me now, oh my God. The amount of ideas and content and material that I have to troll you idiot, ignorant motherfuckers who don't know shit about boxing, who only know about Errol Spence, who is so goddamn biased because you love to tell half truths. You want to say one thing for one guy, but then you want to turn a deaf ear and a blind eye for Errol Spence. Yeah, I'm talking to you motherfuckers who come on my page. I had dumbass niggas on my page earlier today telling me that, oh, Errol Spence never said he wanted to fight Canelo. Oh, Errol Spence said that Canelo was too big for him. No, correction, motherfucker. That was Terence Bud Crawford whenever he was asked about a potential showdown with Canelo Alvarez. Although Bud felt like that he would beat him if they were in the same weight class, he said Canelo is too big, so I wouldn't even entertain that fight. But Errol Spence was the nigga that drove down to San Antonio to a DAZN platform, pimping and pandering for a fight with Canelo Alvarez. I mean, how can we soon forget when he said, that fight is good, but I can move up to 160 and fight Canelo Alvarez. Errol Spence was the motherfucker saying that bullshit. But again, you Neanderthals will make up any little thing to support your guy, and I just don't get it. I don't get it. Just like I don't get how y'all still not putting some respect on my like button. I got 102 people in here, and I really appreciate each and every last one of y'all. But can y'all please hit my like button? Pretty please. And shout out to Rob Jones again, man. I forgot to get you right, fam, for that cash out. Hit it!
Get a black, 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 fuck 'em up. Then what? Turn up. Then what?
Don't be tired of me. Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Rob again, man. Shout out to him. But let's get back to this press conference.
So that begs the question, Errol. What does a win mean to you specifically on the 29th?
It just mean he's a great fighter. It just mean I broke another great fighter week.
Is he a great fighter, Errol? Because every time we hear you talk about Terence Bud Crawford, it's a walking contradiction, but I can't help but to notice the shit that you say. One minute you will say he's a great fighter, and then the next minute you'll say this is the biggest fight ever, and this is the best welterweight bout over the last century or so like that. Just to turn around and say, oh, you ain't fought nobody. Oh, who did you beat? Oh, I'm way better than you. Oh, I'm going to break your will. I mean, to me, that's counterproductive to what the fuck you've been saying leading up to this fight, because if Terence Bud Crawford isn't one of them motherfucking guys that is really like the way that they say he is like, right? About all that motherfucking action, has the skills, the mentality, the IQ, the ring generalship, the ability to switch from orthodox to southpaw, and things of that nature, popping both of his hands, a killer, a dog, right? Then why do we want to see this motherfucking fight? If Terence Crawford is everything you make him out to be, because this is what you say, I don't say this shit. You be saying this dumb ass shit, trying to diminish everything the man has done just to prop yourself up because you're not on this fucking level as far as accomplishments, and it's okay. You have some more work to do, Earl. It's okay. I mean, you don't need to be salty, bro. You're going to get your opportunity on July the 29th to become undisputed, but I don't think the shit is going to happen. I don't think you're gonna win this motherfucking fight. But all this hating and nonsense and saying this and that, and then you want to turn around and give the credit, nigga, don't give me no motherfucking half credit. Don't give me a compliment and then turn around and give me a backhanded compliment. Like that's a motherfucking slap in your boy E Thriller, aka the Black Picasso face. Nigga, do me a favor. Don't do me no motherfucking favors, right? Anyway, let's roll it.
Wheel, and I broke him down mentally, physically, and I came out on top.
Never.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
You know, Errol, the interesting thing is you are the unified welterweight champion. You've taken away everyone's strap, it seems like, in this division, yet you're the Vegas underdog coming into this fight. Does that motivate you? Does that upset you? Your feelings on that?
Nah, I don't pay attention to it. I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, everything I've been through throughout these 2-3 years, I mean, I should be the underdog. But I mean, it is what it is, man. A lot of people become underdog and they end up winning. So
sounds like a built-in excuse to me, because are we really going to sit up here and say that Errol Spence, the guy that says that he watches everything on YouTube just like Terence Crawford, isn't paying attention to the money line, the motherfucking point spread or whatever you want to call it in regards to this fight, the biggest fucking fight that's in the sport of boxing? Is Errol Spence really going to sit up here and say that? Because I can best believe me, that Errol Spence, if you know, the shoe was on the other foot, if he was the heavy favorite, he would be using that as leverage to pop his shit, because we know what Errol Spence do. We know how Errol Spence play. It is what it is.
And so that's why it's a bet.
They know what's going to happen. That's why.
But I want to ask you about that. I loved it on social media. You characterized July 29th as a fish fry. Can you enlighten the people on what you meant by that?
I'm going to gut them. And I'm going to feed them to everybody that eat fish in here. Call yourself the big fish. We're going to have enough food for everybody.
We'll see. We'll definitely see.
Put some potatoes on the side of it, too.
I wish I can show the severity in his face. Matter of fact, hold on, let me do this. Just so y'all can see the way he was looking after he said that shit, because Bud ain't playing. Bud looks dead ass serious. As a matter of fact, hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all this shit so y'all can know I ain't capping. Let me remove this shit. This goofy ass nigga Teofimo. I'm gonna get on his ass in just a second. Hold on, y'all. I bet. So look at the severity in his face. He don't look like he playing. He ain't laughing. He looks laser focused. He looks sharp. And he flat out told Earl, look, I'm going to gut him. And I'm going to feed him to every motherfucker that love fish. That's exactly what the boogeyman just said. That's what he said, right? I didn't say it. He said this shit. Let's roll this shit.
On what you meant by that.
I'm going to gut them. And I'm going to feed them to everybody that eat fish in here. Call yourself the big fish. We're going to have enough food for everybody.
We'll see. We'll definitely see.
Put some potatoes on the side of it, too.
Hey, man, y'all go to ESJ.com, thetruth.com, and go buy that eye pack, man. We're going to roll him up and smoke him in Vegas.
We'll see.
I like
Errol?
We don't smoke over here.
It's legal in Vegas, man. We're going to roll him up and smoke him.
All we do
Hey,
is
man.
fish fillet.
We're going to roll him up and smoke him, man.
We go hunting over here. And best
like I
believe
said,
we hunting you
we're
down.
going to roll him up and smoke this dude.
Errol, you described it on social media as, quote, a one-sided ass whooping. I'm going to punish Terence Crawford.
That's how it always is. It's going to be a one-sided ass whooping. I mean, he going to come in with the mentality, and, you know, it's going to probably take a few rounds, but and he's a stubborn dude. So, but we're going to, like I said, man, everybody get broke. We're going to break him, man. We're going to break him like a horse.
I'm ready.
What are people going to say? Because this fight has been so anticipated. Once it's over, what do you think people are going to say about the fight, and what are they going to say about Bud Crawford?
They're going to say Bud Crawford is special.
All right, you guys keep asking me how my mom took advantage.
All right, man, let me let this ad run, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to the Woodpack. Shout out to the Playback Gang. Shout out to the motherfuckers that still won't hit my goddamn like. But, I mean, can we get the likes up to 100? Because once I get done cooking and popping my shit, I'm going to read some of y'all comments. But, goddamn it, y'all got way more votes on my goddamn poll than likes. What kind of shit is this? I have 116 votes with 86 likes. But anyway, speaking of the poll, it says who won today's press conference? 16% are saying the big fish, Errol Spence, and 65% are saying Terence Crawford, aka the boogeyman, he back outside. And then 19% of you all are saying it was a draw. So shout out to everybody that voted. But if you voted, can you vote on my goddamn like button? Because the last time I checked, the like button don't cost a thing. It don't cost a thing. But anyway, let me roll this shit.
And all the people that thought he was going to do what he say he was going to do, they're going to say, wow, we was wrong about that kid. He is special. He is great. That's what they're going to walk away saying. This boy is great. I can assure you that. And he'll give me my respect after the fight. Right now, he in the mode of...
I give you respect now.
No.
I give you respect now.
I'm talking about when I whoop that ass, you going to really...
I give you respect now. I give you respect now.
Damn.
You right now.
I'm going to have to do it again.
Errol is being super emotional, y'all. I mean, I don't think the man was nervous or anything like that, but I will say Errol was a little bit out of character in my honest opinion. I know there was a lot of jitters in the beginning from both of the fighters. They ain't really get into the shit until Derrick James kicked it off. Shout out to Derrick James for popping this shit off and for getting me excited because I'm like, damn, this shit kind of boring at first. And then lo and behold, whenever he started talking about how they was going to break his will and he ain't fought nobody until Fimo Lopez and all this extra shit, and that got Bud going. And then whenever Bud started going, that's when Errol started getting going. And that's when you heard what we listening to right now. So shout out to Coach Derrick James, man, for that. But yeah, man, Errol Spence, he just keep cutting the nigga off. He's super emotional. He's not speaking with any factual evidence. He's just spinning narratives that he done heard on YouTube or some dumbass shit he done came up with. I don't know who Errol listened to. Maybe he need to go listen to parts 1 through 19 because I have the best series on YouTube, just FYI. So he can stop saying all this goofy ass shit and stick to the motherfucking facts.
But
like the rest of them, Simon Hearns, all them dudes are great. Marvin Harry, Durant, all them guys are great, man. But hey, man, sometimes dudes get broke.
And the same question to you, Errol. What are they going to be saying about this fight and about Errol Spence Jr. after July 29th?
How the hell Errol Spence keep breaking these men, these grown ass men?
So here we go. Last question for you guys. Start with you, Big Fish. For the thousands that have packed T-Mobile Arena, for the millions that are going to buy it on Showtime pay-per-view, what can you guarantee these people they're going to get on July 29th?
I guarantee you a great action-packed, old school type fight. If you've been craving one of those fights from the 70s, 80s, early 90s, you gotta tune into this fight, man. This is a legendary fight. I feel like, belts aside, all that type stuff. I'm talking about, you talk about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. This is the biggest fight in boxing, period. Especially action-packed wise. If you know his mentality, you know my mentality. You already know, man. We going for the victory, but a tough victory. I know he's not gonna try to break. I'm definitely not breaking. So it's gonna be all out war. I think it's gonna be tactical in the first couple of rounds. But as rounds go on, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to break his will. He's gonna try to break my will, and we both gonna go for the victory.
Hold on, Errol. Stop the presses because you said earlier that this was going to be a one-sided, lopsided ass whooping, right? This is what you've been said. Only to double back and say that it's going to be a tough fight. Which one is it, Errol? See, a lot of you niggas love to say that this dude is a man of his word and he did everything he said he's going to do. But my nigga, he is a professional goalpost mover. And speaking of this shit that he said earlier in this goddamn press conference, these motherfuckers love to bring up Sean Porter, but wasn't Errol Spence the same guy that sat up there and said before he fought Sean Porter that he was easy work, that he was the easier route, that he was going to knock him the fuck out? Wasn't Errol Spence the same dude that said that Sean Porter was an in-shape street fighter and that he couldn't sell out his own family fucking barbecue, right? So, I mean, and then Errol Spence was also the same guy that sat up there and said that he was going to be, his new nickname would have been the showstopper after he stopped Sean Porter, right? But after he couldn't do that shit, now he want to blow VA. Now he want to make Sean Porter out to be this motherfucking big bad macho man Randy Savage type shit just because he fought him prior to Terence Crawford fighting him. But my nigga, You was the one saying all this shit about Sean Porter. So can we really sit up here and give you a lot of credit for that fight? Because you really underachieved in that fight. You didn't live up to expectations because, in my opinion, heading into that fight, I had you stopping Sean Porter, and boy, was I wrong. And I know a lot of people want to make excuses for you and say, oh, well, he decided to fight his fight. But my nigga, that's not smart. Why would you try to fight somebody else's fight? To me, that doesn't make sense. But you same motherfucking Neanderthals would sit up here and get on Terence Crawford for not having defensive responsibility, not for being a fucking smart fighter inside of the ring. Oh, whenever he get hit, he automatically wants to get his lick back. Well, which one is worse? Because you got one guy saying, oh, I wanted to be the guy at his own game, which isn't smart. And then you want to criticize the other guy for saying, oh, whenever he gets hit, oh, he has to hurry up and get his lick back. To me, that shit doesn't make sense. But anyway.
Everybody tune in July 29th. Is going to be a all-out war, action-packed fight. And you're going to want to tune in to this fight because this fight is going to be talked about for decades.
I know I said it, but they were my words. I want your response to that. You believe the winner, pound for pound, best fighter in the world?
The winner of this fight is definitely the best fighter in the world. I mean, pound for pound, that's all, I don't know how to judge that, but everybody know this the best fighter in the world, whoever wins this fight. This creme de la creme, this the best fighter in the world, no questions asked, no nothing. So make sure everybody tune into this fight.
But Crawford, same question to you. For all those thousands of people who will come out to T-Mobile Arena, spend their hard-earned money, buy the pay-per-view on Showtime pay-per-view, what can you guarantee they're going to get on July 29th?
I can guarantee everybody is going to witness something special that night. Errol Spence, he don't like to back up. I'm the type of fighter where you push, I push even harder. You hit me, I want to fight even harder. He got a big heart. I got a big heart. He loved the fight. I love the fight. And it just makes for a great action-packed fight with a lot of, excitement in it. So July 29th is going to be a great night for boxing. I feel like this is definitely a legacy fight and a fight that should be talked about in the whole boxing community, if it's not all through the social medias outlets. But I do believe that this is a old school type fight where, you got all the greats fighting each other. Like I said, in this era, this is the greats fighting each other. So yeah, tune in July 29th, buy the fight if you can't be there.
Love it. All right, I know we got some questions from members of the media. All we ask is that you identify yourself, tell us who you're with, and ask your question.
How you doing? Tyler Tynes from the Los Angeles Times. Just wondering for Bud first, what took so long for y'all to finally come together and do the fight?
Listen, it doesn't matter what took so long. All that matters is we here now.
I mean, that's a dumbass question, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. That shit makes absolutely no sense at this point in time because I'm gonna be honest with you. If you haven't seen the best series on YouTube on Here's Proof that Errol Spence is still ducking Terence Crawford, then I mean that's on you. This is your fucking fault. I don't know who asked that dumbass question, but you should already know who and what was holding up this motherfucking fight. Errol Spence had to collect the belts. Bud didn't give a fuck about fighting him last for Undisputed. He wanted to get that motherfucker up out of the way ASAP, right? But Errol Spence was the one that wanted to make it for all the goddamn marbles. Errol Spence was the one who wanted to position himself to become the quote-unquote A side, the super A side, right? Errol Spence was the nigga that was doing that, man. So don't even sit up here and ask this dumbass question that you already know the answer to. And shout out to Terence Crawford, who has been on his shit in the media lately. I mean, he needs to get a big old fucking round of applause because he is on his A game for not taking the bait. For not taking the bait. He don't have to shit on Errol Spence. What's understood ain't even got to be explained because I've already done it for him. Facts, Thriller.
I'm excited. Everybody else excited. And July 29th, myself and Errol Spence will be sharing the ring together and putting on a great show for each and every one of you guys.
Hi, Terrence. Lance Pugmire, ppv.com. Thank you guys for being here today. I just wanted to ask you, Terrence, Obviously, you've really earned the reputation of being the sport's best finisher. Can you describe in detail what happens when you see that moment that you need to kill the opponent or knock him out? What takes over?
Well, I don't know. It's an inner bulldog in me. You know, when I see that blood, when I see weakness, I just go for the kill. I'm pretty sure all types of great fighters got that instinct that when they see one of their opponents hurt or wounded, they go for the kill.
Thank you.
Greg Rosenstein, The Athletic. For Errol, you two have both been compared constantly over the years in the division and on pound-for-pound lists. What specific skill sets do you see you having the advantage over Terence?
I mean, I got a lot of skill sets I feel like advantages over him. But at the end of the day, I feel like this fight is basically so even. You know, it's going to be more about just being more focused and, you know, not getting out of focus, especially in the later rounds, just making sure, staying on point all throughout the fight and making sure you don't lose focus, because that's how you end up getting caught.
Errol Kakopian with the BoxingScene.com. You're going to be coming off a nearly 16-month layoff. Are you concerned your time away from the ring will impact your preparation and your performance come fight night?
I've been off longer, so.
Hey, this was an excellent question. Shout out to this brother, man. That was a fair question, because I don't want to hear any excuses come from Errol Spence, who is the same nigga that said, I don't do tune-ups. I don't do tune-ups. And let's listen to what he had to say.
I mean, a 16-month layoff, that's cool. I mean, it was nothing I was recovering from, so that was more rest anyway. I mean, it ain't like the other times where it was a car crash or a retina surgery, something like that. So it'll be fine. Definitely be fine.
Hi, folks. We got one more?
Yep.
One more.
Hi, guys. Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV. I want to ask this question for both Errol and Terence. I've heard that you guys spend a lot of time FaceTiming and communicating to make this bout happen. What's something that you guys learned about each other in your private conversations?
You just talking about family and, you know, situations and stuff like that. But, you know, just get.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give a damn about none of this. As a matter of fact, let me pull up another interview, man, because I want to make a quick point to give myself a big old pat on the back, because it's obvious that the boogeyman was feeling the same way that I was feeling last Thursday whenever I made a comparison. And if you don't believe me, man, just go back and listen to the show last Thursday about Errol Spence comparing himself to Tim Duncan. Shout out to the Big Fundamental. And he compared Terence Crawford's skill set to a Kevin Garnett, who was more athletic, you know, and flashier, a little bit more skilled than Tim Duncan, so to speak, right? So let's hear what the boogeyman had to say whenever he was asked a question about this shit. And once again, I do not own the rights to this content. This is for educational purposes only. YouTube, please don't flag my account. Let's go out to, let me see if this is the right one. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, I think this is it right now. I ain't gonna show this shit because I don't want to get flagged. So let me do this. All right, that's a bit. Let's hear what Bud had to say whenever he was asked about the KG and Tim Duncan comparisons. Let's hear what he had to say.
I don't know who he is, but he ain't beating me.
What'd you make of his Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett comparison? Saying you're Garnett, he's Duncan.
Now listen, I'm Kobe. That's who I am.
Who's he? If you're Kobe, who's he? Paul Pierce?
Man, I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is, but he ain't beating me.
What'd you make of his Tim
Hey, man, I tried to tell y'all last week, bro, if we going to compare Terence Crawford to anybody as far as his mentality, as far as his skill set, as far as being a mentor to these young and up-and-coming superstars in the sport of boxing, you know, like the Shakur Stevensons of the world, like the motherfucking Keyshawn Davises of the world, the Devin Haney's, he's trained with him. We've seen him in the gym with all these dudes, giving them, you know, tutelage and schooling them to whatever goes on inside of the ring. And I can only imagine outside of the ring as well, you know, the shit that comes with being on top of the sport, you know, being the pound-for-pound fighter in the world, shit like that, right? Kobe was doing the same things to guys like the likes of a Jason Tatum, a Giannis Antetokounmpo, a Russell Westbrook, a James Harden. I mean, the list goes on and on. The Mamba was well respected by his peers and his competition, right? And we all know that Kobe Bean Bryant, in my honest opinion, is on the Mount Rushmore of the greatest players I've ever seen play the sport of basketball. And it ain't even close to me. He's right behind Michael Jordan as the GOAT. You feel what I'm saying? Jordan is the GOAT and Kobe is number 2, in my honest opinion. But I made that point last week, and a lot of people was disagreeing with me. Some people agree with me too. But I'm just glad Bud, took heed to what the fuck I said. I don't know if he watches the show or not, but shout out to Team Crawford. Shout out to Team Spence as well. I'm pretty sure they watch everything on YouTube. But Bud had to hear me say that shit. And I've said this shit a long time ago, to be honest with you. I got the receipts. But anyway, man, shout out to Bud for that, because I totally agree. If you're going to compare that mean motherfucker to anybody, the seriousness, the dedication to the sport, the IQ of the sport, the mentality, whenever he walk in the room, he make motherfuckers uncomfortable because of his presence, you have to compare Terence Bud Crawford to a Kobe Bean Bryant. It's just that simple. It's really just that simple. And also, hold on, y'all. Let me check on my likes. All right, man, I still got some peeping toms in this bitch. Y'all know I got a lot of haters. There's a lot of motherfuckers on YouTube that hate my guts. They be stealing my shit at the same time, but it is what it is. Shout out to you hoe ass niggas, man. Make sure y'all hit the dislike button if you're in here, because I know y'all in here. But anyway, man, get them likes up to 100, man, so I can go ahead and read some of these comments and let some people come on and rock, man. Give their take on day one of the press conference. Of course, I believe the press conference is going to be in New York tomorrow, so hopefully it'll be a little bit more enthusiastic and exciting. I believe so, because they're going to be thinking about what they said today. And I'm like, shit, I should have said this. So maybe they're going to watch some YouTube channels and say, they said, okay, so let me put this. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to be going over new shit, new material that they can say to get up under each other's skin. And I just cannot fucking wait, man. But shout out to both of these fighters, man. Testing, 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me? I think my shit was lagging and it kicked me out. Y'all drop some threes in the chat if y'all can still hear your boy Go Thriller, man. Y'all let me know. But let me touch up on something, man. Shout out to hold on, where's my shit at? Because I wanted to talk about this dumbass shit a little bit further that Derrick James had to say about Terence Bud Crawford and Teofimo Lopez. And you got this goofy ass dude, Teofimo Lopez, running around here saying, hold on, y'all. Can y'all hear me in the chat? Drop some threes. Can y'all hear me? Y'all let me know. I don't want to be saying all this good ass shit and y'all can't hear what a nigga's saying. Y'all let me know in the chat, man. All right, I got a couple of threes. Okay, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think StreamYard was lagging and kicked me out. My apologies. Shit happens, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, though. But back to what I was saying. So I guess Teofimo heard what Derrick James had to say and Terence Bud Crawford at today's presser, and in typical Teofimo Lopez fashion, he want to tweet out and come out and tweet at Jake Donovan. Shout out to him. He said Terence Crawford emphasizes he has the chance to become the first male boxer to win 4 belt undisputed at 2 weights. Derrick James tries to correct him, insists Teofimo Lopez did it last weekend with a shaking head emoji, Spence Crawford hashtag. And Teofimo with his goofy, I cannot stand this little fucking schmuck. And it has nothing to do with his boxing ability. It has everything to do with the shit that he does outside of the ring. The way that he tries to gain attention and try to get acceptance from others when we know that, bro, you wasn't undisputed, fam. You're not. If you go look up the shit, if you research it, and if you do your Googles, Teofimo Lopez, you are not on that list, fam. Teofimo said he had the nerve to say this to the great Jake Donovan. This man said, and I quote, "Don't be that kind of groupie, Jake Donovan. How can someone call themselves real with all caps when expressing false information?" The irony of that statement. But anyway, Derrick James is correct. I am the first male to do it. Ha, ha, ha. At Errol Spence Jr. This is why I am content with retiring from this new era of mediocre boxing. Boxing emoji. Now, for this man to sit up here and say that, how can you call somebody real, or how can you call yourself real rather, spreading false information? I mean, there's some of the shit he say. I said this on the last show that I did, man. Teofimo Lopez is one of them individuals who truly doesn't think about what the fuck he say before he says it. Like, Teofimo is the type of nigga that's gonna say whatever he feel that comes to mind, whether he done thought it through or not. That's besides the fucking point. Teofimo Lopez, how can you dare sit up here and say that Jake Donovan is the one spreading false information when you the motherfucker that wasn't undisputed, bro? You the nigga that lost to George Kambosos, which is why George Kambosos fought Devin Haney for that last strap at 135 pounds, and he got his ass kicked twice. That's why Devin Haney has all 4 belts. And then you was the same motherfucker that was bitching and moaning, making all these excuses after you got your ass kicked by George Kambosos. Never mind you calling Deontay Wilder a bitch for making a bunch of excuses after he lost to a Tyson Fury. Let's put all that shit by the wayside. Let's not even sit up here and act like that even happened, right? But Teofimo, bruh, you wasn't undisputed at 135, and your damn show not undisputed at 140. Now, I give you credit for being a lineal champion at 135 pounds. You was the man that beat the man in Vasily Lomachenko. I'm giving you full credit for that. I'm giving you full credit for that performance that you had against Josh Taylor because it was phenomenal. Hell, I had Josh Taylor stopping you, and boy, was I wrong, because I don't know what it was with Josh Taylor, but he couldn't nullify your game plan. He kept trying to come in and land it, one load up on one big power shot, and the shit wasn't working, and he had no plan B. And Teofimo was just boxing squares and circles around this nigga all night long. He was countering him with jabs and uppercuts and jumping left hooks, and he was styling on him and moving his hips and shit like Muhammad Ali was doing on the turnbuckle. I mean, it was a brilliant performance. Hands down, your best performance. I'm not taking anything away from what you have done in the sport of boxing inside of the ring. But that don't mean I have to agree with all this bullshit that you be saying outside of the ring, fam. So this is for all you fucking imbeciles who come on my channel every time I post something about Teofimo, because I'm the nigga that's gonna say it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I hate Teofimo Lopez because I hate everything he represents in the sport of boxing. Yeah, I said it. And I didn't stutter. I don't like nothing about him. I don't like how he lies. I don't like his father bloviating and lying and saying that they didn't did this and they didn't did that and they can make 10 million to go fight George Kambosos in Australia. And then we all know what happened with that. Your motherfucking ass didn't even want to go over there because you felt like you weren't going to get a fair shake. So you ended up doing this Triller shit and that backfired. And then you went back running to, matter of fact, you didn't go back to Bob. I take that lie back. You went to the Zone because Eddie Hearn, shout out to Matchroom, won the purse bid. And then after you got your ass kicked, what did you do, Teofimo Lopez? You sat up there and said, oh, well, it was designed for Devin Haney to get a shot and for him to get all the belts. I mean, this was all a part of the plan. No, nigga, no, it was not. No, it was not. Because Eddie Hearn had absolutely no control over you going behind Bob Arum's back to negotiate a deal with Triller. You and George Kambosos was in unison. And if we can remember, if my memory serves me correct, Bob Arum was mad as fuck. He was mad as fuck. He was like, look, I'm not going to pay this man the amount of money that he's looking for. We don't want to pay you this shit because you're not who you think you is. You're not a pay-per-view star, Gordo, or whatever the fuck you call yourself. So that's my thing with Teofimo Lopez. So how can he dare say that anybody is spreading false information when your whole persona is a lie? Now, if you would just stick to the facts and say, look, man, I was unified at 135. I fell one belt short of becoming undisputed, but I just won another lineal scrap at 140. I'm rocking with that. But all this other goofy ass shit that you're talking about is cap, bruh. It's cap. Now, let me check on my likes. All right, so I got 100 likes. I'm still behind because I got way more votes than likes. I don't know how that shit happened. I mean, you motherfuckers come in and vote. I got 152 votes with 107 likes, but it is what it is at this point. So this is what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to read some of these comments, and then I'm going to let some of my bros come on the rock and give their take on this motherfucking shit that went down today in L.A. Shout out to Errol Spence. Shout out to Terence Crawford. I can't wait for the motherfucking interview. Well, not the interview, but the press conferences and the interviews after the press conference tomorrow, because I know it's going to be a whole lot more shit that they're going to say. But back to the comments I go. Starting from the top, man. Y'all just bear with me. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to make my way up to the top. Man, this saying I got over, 200 plus comments. All right, so I'm going to try my best to read most of these, man, and then I'm going to let some of y'all come on and rock on the panel. All right, man, going out to my guy, They Know. He said, I already know you about to cook. I appreciate it, fam. I appreciate you for pulling up, man. Shout out to my brother, man. This boy always dropping some cool ass points in my chat. Shout out to you. What up to my guy Fresh Prayers 402? He said, yo, what's popping? He said fish fry. He said 3. Hey man, I don't think I can see all my goddamn comments because whenever he kicked me out, so I'm not at the beginning, so I apologize, man. I can't read. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Let me do it another way. Hold on. I ain't gonna be able to put y'all comments on the screen, but what I can do is shout y'all out and read whatever y'all posted. Hold on. I think I can still do it here. All right, I just can't put it on the screen, y'all. But shout out to Walter. He said, damn, Spence comments getting deleted. Wow. No, bro. I don't know who doing that. As a matter of fact, there's no way for nobody to delete your comments, bro, because you don't see any motherfucking wrenches in my chat no more, right? I did that with the sole intent of not giving anybody that ability to delete motherfucking comments and block people that I didn't know that they didn't block and shit like that. So if you get blocked now, make no mistake about it. It will be coming from your boy E Thriller, aka the Black Picasso. You understand what I'm saying? AKA Laham James, because I'm known for blocking motherfuckers. I don't mind blocking a nigga. And I would tell you when I blocked you. Y'all to see me on my community tab, but I ain't deleted no comments in my chat, bro. So I don't know how that happened. Maybe you deleted it yourself, but shout out to you, man. Shout out to Roll Boy. I see you. Shout out to Dijon. He said, E Thriller, please reach out to Bud so you can get an interview with him. Hey, man, I've reached out to the boogeyman on several occasions. Hell, I done reached out to Travion Crawford, his nephew, Bo Mac, but, you know, I ain't heard nothing back. So, I mean, at this point, I would love to have the boogeyman on the show. Of course, I feel like I would give a very detailed and in-depth interview with the boogeyman. But I think y'all got to demand the shit. I mean, it's easy for me to say, hey, Bud, hey, man, can you come on my channel, woo this? But he probably don't really know who the fuck I am. I mean, or maybe I'm not big enough because I'm not a big-ass YouTube channel, right? So if some of my people that rock with me, some of my loyal supporters, my subs, and the people that really fuck me in the Wolfpack, if y'all get in his inbox or get in his comments and say, hey, man, you need to go on Ether of the Black Picasso show in the Wolfpack, then maybe, just maybe, he'll pull up. I mean, I'm all ears. I will fully welcome the boogeyman because I feel like I'll give him the best interview outside of that $1 million worth of game interview because that was phenomenal. But I think I can get him to open up a little bit more than that because I'm going to touch up on some shit that they didn't talk about. You feel what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Shout out to you, man. Flood his comments, bro. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. What up, Mikey? He said Derrick James really said that about TOE3, shaking my head. Yeah, man. This shit is ridiculous, bro. Shout out to one of my day ones, WJ. He said, salute to the Wolfpack was popping. He said, and Bud said he is Kobe and Earl ain't nothing. I think Bud listening to Go Thriller sometimes. Yeah, man. I mean, shout out to Bud. He probably do listen to the channel. You understand what I'm saying? So, hey, man, hopefully we can get him on the show one day. If not, then, you know, it is what it is. What up to Darnell? I see you, boy. What up to Sanctus? He said, frying some fish and duck fat. What up to my nigga Young Money? He said Goat E3 was popping. What up, Boxing Nerd 101? What's good, E3? I see you. What up, CY? He said E3 salute. What up? This is Rob. I appreciate that cash out donation again. I apologize. I can't put this shit up on the screen, but it is what it is. Some of this shit may be missing, man. So if I don't shout you out, it ain't personal. What up to my nigga D Young? I see your boy. He said, what up, E3 was popping. What up, X-Man? He said, get them likes up and stop ducking the like button. What up, Mr. INTJ? He said the smoke was accepted. Shout out to E-Thriller. Yes, sir. Who haven't I got? What up, Steven Seal? He said, I didn't realize how much bigger Errol is to Bud. I mean, is he really that much bigger than Bud? I mean, size ain't gonna matter because like Bud said after the goddamn press conference, as long as he come in at 147 at the weigh-in, all that extra shit, we ain't making no excuses like Ryan Kardashian. Oops, I meant Garcia with his cap and ass. We ain't gonna make no excuses, right? You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you think he that much bigger, then hey, it is what it is. I mean, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I mean, at least that's what they say. Let me see. He said it gave me chills when Bud said the Crawford era. Yeah, man, this is no doubt the Terence Bud Crawford era. Facts. I appreciate everybody's participation for dropping them threes in the chat. Let me see. What up to Dolphin Time? He said Crawford had the better speech. Earl was basic as fuck, like his boxing. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think Bud was popping his shit, but Earl was popping his shit too. But if I had to say somebody won it, I would say Terence Crawford won it because he was stating more facts. Errol was saying some shit, but it wasn't nothing really factual. Like, what was you saying, fam? You just out here popping a whole lot of narratives in your personal opinion. Then you want to turn around and get a nigga credit. Which one is it? I don't know which one to believe. Is he a great fighter or is he not? Is he overhyped or is he not? I don't know. According to Errol Spence's logic. Shout out to my brother in real life, the General Big Fish. He said, Bud, what the hell are you talking about? Ah, shit. Big Fish, man. Shout out to my brother, man. We never agree on a motherfucking thing. What up, Tyrese? He said, what up? What's popping? How are you, kind sir? What up, Haplo? He said, sensitivity is at an all-time high. Yeah, man. Shout out to my guy, Haplo, man, who coined that phrase as far as I know, to my knowledge. He said, sensitivity, man. These boys sensitive out here. Shout out to Haplo, man. I see you, boy. What's popping? Let me see. What up to E-Dog? He said E-Thriller was popping. Shout out to the pack. Salute. Was shaking. Shout out to, is that Stephen Brimley? He said Bomac was very humble. I totally agree. I thought he would pop a little bit more shit and be a little bit more disrespectful, but maybe he's saving the best for last. I'm rubbing my hands like Birdman, bro. You feel what I'm saying? What up to Clint? He said, can't wait. I appreciate you. What up to Mendag 13? I know he rock with real heavy. He be on my shit every motherfucking day getting in my ass, man. Shout out to Mendag 13. He said smoking on the bud pack already, man. We gonna see. Because you already know I got your boy going to sleep experts. But shout out to you, man. I appreciate you for pulling up, my guy. Hold on, y'all. My mouth's fucking up. Still trying to get used to this new computer. What up, Sanctus? He said E3 Earl's plan is to break him down. Plan B is to survive for dear life. I mean, I would love to know. I hope somebody listening to this motherfucking live stream that's gonna be at the goddamn press conference in New York. I would love to know, Errol, if you can't break Terence Bud Crawford, then what's next? Like, what are you gonna do? Because you keep talking about all these skills and you get to do this and you're just a way better fighter. But I mean, please explain to us. I would love to know. But let me go back to this regular chat. Let me see if I can put some of this shit on the screen, man. What up to Chris White? He said, salute E3, keep doing your GOAT thing. I appreciate it, fam. Hey, man, let me like that comment. I appreciate it, my brother. Y'all just going back and forth. What up to Jay Cooley, man? I see you, boy. He said, now you got to come on and protect Bud. You can't fight for him. Hey, I ain't got to fight for the boogeyman. The boogeyman is 39-0? You feel what I'm saying? I don't need to fight for that man. That man ain't took no L's as a professional. You feel what I'm saying? And shout out to Showtime, man. Let me touch up on this real quick before I get back to these comments. Shout out to Showtime pay-per-view, man, for putting the cost of Spence versus Crawford pay-per-view at $84.99. I thought the shit was going to be right at $99.99. So shout out to them. I mean, of course, after taxes, it might end up being $100. But, hey, man, money well spent. I'm not complaining about it. Now, my only thing is this. Because the last time I bought a Showtime fight was and I'm really ashamed to admit this because I said I wasn't going to buy the fight, but I ended up buying it anyway because I think my stream wasn't working. But I bought the Gervonta Davis versus Rolly Romero fight. I mean, can you believe that? A motherfucker that y'all claim hates Tank, that don't give Tank none of this credit. I paid for Tank versus Rolly fucking Romero. I bought that fight, y'all. And my biggest hiccup with the shit was the fact that whenever I wanted to rewatch the fight, there was no option to rewatch it. So Showtime, bruh, if I'm going to spend $100 on Errol Spence versus Terence Bud Crawford, this same fight that I've been begging for 5 fucking years, then can y'all do y'all due diligence and let us fight fans that really pay to fight, that don't stream this fight, watch this fight as many times as we like because, hey, we did pay for it. We are the consumer. So technically, we kind of own the rights to this content just to watch it. You feel what I'm saying? As many times as we want to watch it because we know it's going to take forever to get re-uploaded on YouTube by you all. So can y'all please, I mean, pretty please, put this fight on demand whenever we order this motherfucking fight because as soon as it's over, I'm going to want to watch it again when I'm live. That's just the type of nigga I am. So please, pretty please. But back to what I was saying. Back to the comments I go. Let me see. What up, Zone Sixer? He said, Bud said he Kobe, like you said, E3. Hey, man. I mean, I painted that picture so vividly, so fucking vividly. Shout out to Bud, man. What up, Donnie? He said, "What's up, E-Thriller?" in the chat. Earl looked like he was at the 5th grade parent-teacher conference and found out he had bad grades. Hey, man, shout out to you, man. We gonna see, man. All this shit at the press conference, everything that's being said, ain't none of this gonna matter come fight night. Like him looking way bigger than Bud and him wearing the motherfucking the goddamn Dolomite boots and shit like that to try to look up here way taller than Terence Bud Crawford. None of this shit gonna matter because we know Bud has the longer reach by 2 inches. So yeah, that height, y'all looking too much into that shit in the size. Bud and fought bigger niggas than Errol Spence down there. So at the end of the day, none of that shit gonna matter. The skills is going to pay the bills. Because if Errol Spence win, I ain't gonna come on here and say, "Oh, he was too big." I ain't gonna be saying that shit. Let me see. Hoplo said he says he should be the underdog. LOL. Hey man, I don't know what he meant by that. I mean, it sounds like a built-in excuse, but it is what it is. But shout out to my brother, man. The General Big Fish just slid in the ring on his brother E-Thriller, aka Go Thriller, aka the Black Picasso. Poppin' shit, Big Fish. How are you, kind sir?
E3, what's going on, man?
Hey man, I can't call him, my brother. How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. It was a great day of boxing again, man. I'm listening to you spill this propaganda all over YouTube right now, man.
Is that
we
right?
gotta bump heads right now, man.
Big Fish. Now, you know I gotta ask you, when do I ever spill propaganda? But go ahead.
No, you put a little twist, you know, little Kurt ankle lock. Yeah, but hey, one thing that I did notice about this press conference is,
you
know, they got them coming to America afros. You need to put a poll up and see who had the worst afro between Earl and Bud. But Earl was looking like Simi in the first coming to America, and Bud was looking like Eddie Murphy in the second coming to America. Hey, he done aged out, man. That boy got that 1976 afro, boy. That mug on the back of his neck, boy. That Stephen A. Smith afro Bud got, boy.
So Big Fish, I'm spreading propaganda. I mean, could it be maybe that both of these dudes are in camp and they ain't really worried about getting no haircut right now?
No, that's cool, but
okay.
I just see Bud look kind of old, man. And
okay. So Bud look old. I got you. Okay.
And he was nervous as shit, E-Thriller, when he got up. He was like, "Y'all not excited?" Then he said he got gifts for us, E3. I'm like, what's going on with these gifts? What you talking about, bud? Like he just didn't make any sense. Then Bo-Mac got up there complaining about being the B-side. Bo-Mac, haven't you been listening to me? I told you he was the B-side 4 years ago. He's still complaining about why you didn't play that part, E3.
Which one?
Please, when Bo-Mac got up
because
there,
I was only focusing on the fighters. I didn't want to have the show super long, bro, because I already been cooking for an hour. So that's why I didn't play that part. I'll play it tomorrow, though.
It's all good, but yeah, it was pure comedy, man. But one thing I do know is Derrick James is gonna make a big difference in this fight. He is the trainer of the year, and I can tell he's a no nonsense type of coach, and that's gonna be the difference. E3, I'm telling you, and I disagree. He was spot on when he interrupted Terence Crawford with all that big capping and them paper undisputed titles that he got at what was it, 140? The Ndongo
wait a minute. So now Bud didn't win a real belt, but I'm spewing propaganda, Big Fish. You got to stop this shit, bro.
It's a real belt, but it's meaningless.
Oh, okay. If that's what you want to say.
Did something special.
I know one thing. It sounds like Errol Spence been listening to your goofy ass, Big Fish, because
he got to.
Yeah. The shit that he was saying today is the same shit that you and QB said.
Yeah, I heard exactly. He said the same exact thing. Kel already broken, like Q say.
Yeah. Shout out to the BLB Master Q.
Yeah. The truth said that today. He was already broken when you.
Yeah, he did.
Bud. Yeah, we already know that, E3.
Yeah, I don't agree with it, but yeah, shout out to him for saying the shit.
But y'all, Derrick James is an old school type of guy. He know the real about boxing. So what he was telling Terence Crawford was that T.O. done already done that. He beat the man at 135, then he beat the man at 140. So technically, he is undisputed. And so don't talk about that 135 when talking about Tank got a Reggie belt and the email belt and all that stuff. T.O. beat the
Fish, you cut out, bro. Repeat that again. You
Thank
said
the
T.O.
Lord.
did what? General Big Fish. All right, man. I'm gonna let you get your audio. I'm gonna let you
Look
get
at
your audio
God.
together because you were saying some bullshit anyway with that T.O. shit. You lost me on that, my
Look
brother.
at God.
But going out to, is that Stephen Brimley? Is that Stephen Brimley? You're live on the chat with the pack. Holla at me, fam. What's popping, bro?
Let me speak, please.
Let me finish speaking, please. What's popping, bro?
Please, man. You know, another day, another quarter. I definitely enjoyed today's press conference and a little bit of respect, a little bit of shit talking. You know, overall, I was very happy with the first press conference.
Me too. I liked it too. I enjoyed it, man. I feel like tomorrow is going to be way better. But yeah, just to set the stage, this was a good appetizer for the main entree tomorrow afternoon, I
Indeed.
believe, or even in the morning. I can't remember.
Well, let's see if it ends up being as good because they're gonna be jet lagged the hell up because this shit is gonna be 11 o'clock tomorrow in New
But you
York.
know what? That might make it even better, bro, because they're gonna be pissed off. You feel what I'm saying? Like a little cantankerous, so to speak. So they might be popping their shit a little bit more. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me see. When was this? I got it right here. Hold on.
It's gonna be 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Central.
Let me double check. Go ahead and cook, Brim. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct. Go ahead.
Indeed. So I'll go into state the two things that I noticed that I did not like. It should have been not been in a closed room. It should have been open stadium type of shit, and it should have been open to the public. Those are the two things. Those are the two things that I wished it was. It should have been open to the public to get more people involved, and also, open stadium area. Like, that in a closed room. I don't know why they do that, and they do open stadium style for Tank and Ryan. But I digress. I'm not gonna complain too much because they did enough good shit, right? All right, so when it comes to the press conference, so I'm talking to Bud Buddies and Aerosexuals only. I don't want to see none of them stupid ass comments. Oh, Bud looks scared. Spence looks scared. Shut the hell up. Neither one of them were scared. Okay, let's get this clear. If they were scared, they wouldn't be in the ring. I don't believe. I'm sorry. Y'all got to kill that nonsense like now, please. Derrick James opened up a can of worms, and a continuation of that can of worms came from Josh Taylor, and I had to talk to all of them. Come on, man. Y'all giving T.O. too much fuel for bullshit. The 135, I feel like he got it jerked out of being able to be undisputed. But he could have fought Haney, and that could have ended that all anyway.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Before I let you proceed, what do you mean he got jerked out of that? What do you mean by that?
The whole franchise shit, he got the whole franchise shit fucked up the ability for him to go in and fight Loma and get undisputed. That sucks.
Yeah, but he knew that.
Fugazi
So my thing is this, Brim. Why fight Cambosis? He could have just fought Devin Haney.
Well, he was on whatever book. I mean, that's why I said what I said. Bro. I said that afterwards. So it kind of nullified.
I gotta disagree with that take, bro. I'm
not
giving you a pass.
I said that take, but then I said right after he could have fought Haney. You didn't hear that last part. You only heard that first part because it kind of beamed in your ear. Beamed in your ear a little bit, like, huh? You know what I'm saying?
So clear that up, Brim.
I did.
That man out. You don't deserve no out. Go ahead.
Yeah, but he gonna find one any fucking way.
Yeah, that's true.
And this whole 140 shit, come on, bro. When 10 years from now, when history books are read, we ain't gonna hear shit about T.O. being undisputed. Stop it. Give him his credit for what he's due. He got linear on 2 divisions. What he did was a phenomenal accomplishment. He kicked ass. But now you're pushing it. You're pushing it. No, it's not the same shit, Big Fish. And it's not your time to speak. Fall the hell back, sir. That's a tremendous reach on the 140 side. I mean, a tremendous reach. Because if we're gonna go by that, then we can just say Jack Catterall won and he shouldn't have no belts then if we're gonna play that game, right?
Yeah, if you want
We're
to
not
play
gonna play.
technicalities. Yep.
Yeah, we're not gonna play technicalities and all the fugazi bullshit. We're not gonna do that. Now, I don't like and do like the propaganda that was coming out in the press conference because again, it was shit from both sides. Because I do not agree that Bud fought the better fucking
Version of Brooke.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
agree with that. I don't think he fought
I
the better
agree.
version of Brooke. I don't think he fought
Right.
the better version of Brooke. But I like the fact that he's standing on the square and he's fighting with it. Because the thing is, sometimes you gotta fight propaganda with propaganda. Because so unfortunately, people believe the propaganda over the reality. So sometimes you gotta fight propaganda with propaganda, right?
Yeah.
And you know, it was overall good press conference. Uh, for us, it's great shit to talk about. It makes no difference in the fight, and I've said that. It ain't like, oh, what happened in the press conference? That means that Spence is gonna lose. Well, that means Buzz is gonna win. That means Buzz is gonna lose. None of that applies. This is just a press conference. They talking their shit, getting this hyped up, and it look like they done their job because it's everywhere. I'm happy about it. And we here, man. Can you believe it, brother? Can you believe it?
No, I cannot, bro. You know, I was one of the main dudes on YouTube that was saying this fight would never happen. So
Yeah, and I was the
today
one
was
telling you what's gonna happen, nigga. It's gonna happen. I was
today was like a surreal feeling for me, man. Just to see them walking down there, whatever you want to call it, and then they do their little, you know what I'm saying? Then they looked at each other. Then that's why I was like, damn, it set in like, yeah, this shit real.
So was your coming to Damascus moment?
Yeah. So yep, I agree. Yep.
All right, so to
It's
make my
phenomenal.
long story long and finish up, what I saw though from Terence Crawford was a supreme type of confidence, though. That type of shit. Like everybody talking about Spencer's gonna break him. Last time I checked, Spencer took 2 eyes and got his eye taken, right? So it's 2-1. So he get his eye took one more time. It's 50-50 split, bro. Eye takes, right? I just don't think Terence Crawford is going to have his will broken. You're gonna have to kill him in that ring to take his will. That's the energy I'm getting. When he said he Kobe, he mean that shit. He ain't playing no games. But I don't think Spence playing no games either. But I just don't think Spence is gonna break his will. Listen, Ugas was broken up, but Ugas still wanted to fight, bro.
Yeah, he was still fighting. Yep.
He still wanted to fight. And the thing is, Ugas was a stationary target. He ain't gonna get the same target in Terence Crawford that he got with Ugas. Don't mean he ain't gonna land some good shots. Don't mean it ain't gonna be exciting. And it don't mean that Spence can't win. But I just see the difference, bro. I see the difference in the energies, bro. Spence is about it and he wants to win. Boy, I feel like he know he gonna win. It's a little bit of a difference between the two that I'm seeing.
So let me ask you this. So based off of what you just stated, you feel like Terence Crawford was a tad bit more confident in day one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not saying that but the thing is, please note this, anybody who's an Errol fan that's listening, it does not mean that Errol was not confident, because I got nothing from what he was saying that he was not confident.
Now, Earl appeared very confident. In my
Absolutely.
opinion.
The only thing, there was
So,
one thing that I caught in the after all the interviews afterwards, and I don't want to name no names, but there's somebody who did ask great questions that we've watched in the past.
yeah, please
And
don't name names.
I'm
But
not.
go
You
ahead.
know I'm not. You know I'm not.
Thank you, sir.
And there was one question that was asked at the end, and Spence couldn't come up with anything. He said, "What do you feel that you do better than Terence Crawford?" He really couldn't come up with a legitimate answer. Listen, Derek James know what the fuck Spence is about to face. He finna try to get that man as prepared as possible, and that does make a difference for Spence. It's going to mean something. But everybody talking like Terence Crawford and Bo Mack is trash and don't do all this. That man got multiple trainers who's helped him get to the position he's at. And all this, he ain't fought nobody, and all this, none of that shit mean nothing now. Because if he beats Errol, then guess what? He fought somebody. Now y'all can shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
And,
I'm getting
and
tired
that's
of
my
hearing that shit.
time. And that's my time.
Appreciate it, Brim. All right, man. Damn, General Big Fish dropped off again, man. So let me get back to some of these motherfucking comments. As a matter of fact, hold on. Stop the presses. Shout out to my right brother, Q, the BFB Master Q. You're live on the chat with the motherfucking wolf pack. Talk to me, fam. What's popping, bro? Hey, yo, Q, what it do? Damn, okay. Let me get back to some of these comments, Brim. Damn, General Big Fish. All right, hold on, y'all. I don't know what the fuck going on with that shit. I'm gonna let them get that shit right.
It's like the good Lord trying
General
to.
Big Fish. Are you back, kind sir? I don't know, man. Shout out to Haplo. He said Errol seemed a little unconfident, in my opinion. No, I'm not gonna say he seemed unconfident, but the shit that he was saying wasn't factual. I will say that. Now I'm gonna be interested to see how he looked tomorrow because we gonna find out in New York, and it's gonna be an early morning according to Brim. So, hey man, we gonna see. Shout out to Haplo. What up, Storm? He said y'all heard EJ was running from a rapper when he flipped into us. Man, I ain't getting into that shit, bro. I keep it strictly boxing, bro. I'm from Dallas, man. So all I'm gonna say about that is absolutely nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing about that shit, bro. I'm gonna keep it boxing. But shout out to you, Storm. Let me see. Y'all just going back and forth. All right, man. Going out to the BFB Master Q. You're live on the chat with the pack. Talk to me, fam. What's popping, bro?
Hey man, I just had to listen to that press conference first before I came on.
You good, bro? What's popping? Go ahead, pop your shit, Q.
Hey man, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
God
You sound
damn,
crispy. Go ahead.
all of my damn.
Yeah, but anyway, man. General Big Fish, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. E3.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah. Hey, to Brim was just talking all that big preaching, that big time preaching shit, talking about he not gonna do what all the other people was doing today about this person was scared and this person was scared, but somehow Brimley knows how to measure confidence, and somehow, some way he figured out to pour the cup all the way full over, runneth over for Bud, and Spence just want to kind of win the fight, man. You full of shit, Brim. You did the same shit. What gave you the impression that Bud has more confidence than Errol Spence?
He speaks very matter of factly, as he's already winning.
So when he came up talking about he was giving away presents and he got presents for us, that's what you talking about?
That's not what I'm talking about, sir. And I mean, listen, I'm not going to try to argue it with you, sir. You can think I'm on the same bull crap. I don't think I am. I think that
You
both
know you
guys
is.
came up. Okay,
You know
that's
you
cool.
is. You know
Listen,
you
y'all.
is.
Okay, I mean, listen. I
You know
can't
you
convince
is.
y'all.
No,
I can't convince you guys anyway, either
you
way.
know,
So
but
I'm not going to try to.
yeah, you top 3 Bud Buddy for sure, boy.
If you say so.
You
If you
got
say
it.
so.
You trying to wear the disguise, but yeah, you got your Buddy hat on. Oh my God.
If you say so. I mean, listen, I'm not with the propaganda. I'm just going based on what I see. I think both guys are confident, but Bud is almost extreme about it. I mean, sue me.
Yeah, he's a stream about that same shirt he had on that live too.
Oh boy, see, look at you, petty grass.
You know what I'm saying? He is stream. Hey man, check this out. That was a good press conference from both men, right? I like what I heard from both of them.
Yeah.
But all this propaganda bullshit about one being nervous, I didn't see nervousness out of neither man. I saw
agree.
two men that's confident in what they're gonna do. July the 29th, what I saw on that stage, I saw Earl extremely bigger than Bud, and that ain't shit. Fight night, you're gonna have a super welterweight going up against a super middleweight. And I believe that, somebody will gonna be broken. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will gonna be broken. Like I say, in Derek James, we trust, man. We trust. We trust Derek James, nigga. We trust him.
We trust in Derek James.
He can't fight for him, Q. That's what y'all keep negating. Derek James. And even if he tried, he'll get his ass knocked out too. He can't fight for him, Q. But go ahead.
Who gonna knock him out? Not Mo Black.
Nah, I'm talking about Bud. I'm talking about Bud, man.
Hey, what's Bo Matt record, Q? What's Bo Matt record?
Bo Mac record is a very, very not perfect one. He got 9 KOs to himself. He got 7 wins and 14 losses, 21 fights, He got more knockout. He been knocked out more than he done won. No. Like I say, they didn't have the family size Cheeto bags back then. No. A lot of assortment bags and shit. No. But I ain't gonna lie though, all bullshit to the side, man. I like that from both of them, man. That was a good press conference, man.
Yeah.
Niggas didn't have to, get disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Niggas said what they said. All that pushing, getting physical, all that shit. Say that shit for the 29th, man.
Yeah.
Because like I say, on the 29th, we is having a seafood fight. You know what I'm saying? We having a seafood fight. We just don't know if it's going to be fish or crawfish ball.
Hey, Q, can I add ribs to the menu?
Man, ribs, shrimp, you know what I'm saying? All that good shit.
Hey, E3, we having ribs over at the crib, man.
Oh man. I hear y'all, man.
Them bud ribs.
We gonna say, man. Man, look here. Not only that, watch this here. I'm coming up to Dallas, man. I'm coming fuck with y'all for the
Oh, yeah,
fight,
Q,
man.
you got to, bro. Yeah, we got to watch this fight together, fam.
I'm coming up there, man. And like I say, fish. I know you got the bud pack ready.
Oh man, I got 147 pounds of it, Q.
Smoke it on. Bud Crawford. Well, I'm telling you, if that nigga was smart right now, E3, all bullshit to the side, man, this the time Bud supposed to capitalize his name. I would get with a cannabis company and let a motherfucker name some Bud after him. That shit gonna do crazy, man.
Man, Bud Cheeto flavor.
That shit gonna be, it's gonna go crazy because all his fans gonna buy the weed that smoke. The niggas that don't like him want to see him get his ass whooped. They gonna buy the
Q, they gonna need some CBD to ease pain, man.
Man.
And mental health awareness month is gonna be special day, July 29th.
Hey man, is that all you got, Q, before I pass the mic to Boxing Nerd?
Oh man, pass it to my right brother, man.
All right, man. Going out to my brother from Canada, Boxing Nerd 101. You're live on the chat with the pack. Holla at me, fam. What's popping, bro?
Thriller, the Black Picasso. What's good, brother?
Hey, man. What's going down, my brother? You all right?
I'm good, man. I'm good. My right brothers. How you guys doing tonight?
What's up, Boxing Nerd, man? We got to talk to you about Phil Del Greco being from Canada, man. We didn't know that. What?
That nigga ain't never said nothing about that, huh, fish?
Oh, no, man.
Yeah, that nigga from Canada, bro. You ain't never talk about Phil Del Greco, a.k.a.
I thought to hide it for so long. I thought the secret was safe.
Hey, go ahead and pop your shit, Boxing Nerd. What was your takeaway from day one in LA, bro? Go ahead.
Man, honestly, I told East Thriller earlier today, but like my heart was pumping, like they were about to get in the ring already, man. I don't know. That's never happened to me for a press conference. My heart was racing. I was just like, dang, are they about to fight? Because the way I love the red carpet. I'm not gonna lie, the red carpet was nice. The turnaround, the little shadow box, and then standing in place, and the two face-offs were nice. I noticed everybody was just like, "Yo, Earl's a lot bigger than Bud," but I looked at his shoe wear. He had heels on. He had a little bit of heel on the boots. So don't listen to the illusion. Don't listen to the illusion. He had a little bit of stilettos on. You know what I mean? So like he had a little something on. But yeah, he's a little bit bigger than Bud, but David slayed the Goliath, so it doesn't really matter. Size don't matter in boxing. A great little man can beat a good big man. We'll just see if the big man is good or great. So I heard Mr. Q and General Big Fish were saying Derek James Derek James trust. I love that. That's
like the dollar bill. What is that on the dollar bill?
Hey, Boxing Nerd, they swear they can fight for the nigga, bro. They can't. He can't fight for Earl. I don't care what they say. He can't fight for him.
I love it though. I love it. It's hilarious. Derek James, we trust. I need a t-shirt if he wins. I need a t-shirt if he wins. But I love it, man. It was a great press conference. I give the edge to Bud because Earl was saying some good stuff, but he was saying he was repeating a lot of what he was saying. It's like it was scripted, and he came with the same talking points. He said already broken, so I said Mr. Q was definitely missing Mr. Q whenever Mr. Q was getting down. So I was just like, that's Mr. Q. He said already broken. Kel already broken, as Mr. Q would say. So he was definitely listening in on some of the podcasts, man. He was definitely listening.
Both of them niggas is. Both of them.
I'm telling you, man, they definitely got to be listening.
Errol Spence was right, brother, man. He was going in on Bud today, man. Like, man, I can't let you get away with this shit, man. You ain't fought no motherfucking body. Yeah,
That's right.
You heard
right.
it.
No, that's right. That's right. In my Jeezy voice, that's right.
But Crawford was coming back with some good counters, and it was a good back and forth. I thought Bomac was going to be more active. Well, I thought he was going to set it off. I think Thriller said he thought it was going to. Bomac was going to set it off. I thought so too, just because of all the shit he was doing. It was mildly respectful between Crawford and Spence, but Bomac was really stirring the pot. So I'm surprised he was chill and let those guys go at it. But man, I love the press conference. Derek James was on some BS talking about T.O. was undisputed. We're not talking about what ifs. We're talking about what actually happened. He took the lineal, WBO, and Ring Magazine championship from Josh Taylor. But Josh Taylor relinquished those belts in hopes to get a rematch with Catterall, but he somehow got injured and was available to fight Teofimo. Sounds like a duck, but we won't get into that today. T.O.'s delusional. He had a great win last weekend, but he's delusional. I am a fan of him in the ring. I can't stand him outside the ring. I wish he could carry duct tape with him at all times so he doesn't open his mouth, and his father as well. I just can't stand when they talk. Like, I used to be a big fan. Like, I love what he does inside the ring, and then when he talks, it's like something switched when he won the Loma fight. But we won't get into that. It's about Spencer Crawford. I am buying that. It's going to be $115 over here in Canada. I will buy every cent. I am excited. I'm going to have a big watch party in Canada. We're going to be doing some stir fry fish with some peppers, potatoes. We're going to be doing the whole shebang.
Stir fry. Oh my god.
Dry rub. It's going to be great. Excited. Appreciate you three for opening up the panel once again. And yeah. That's all I gotta say, brother.
Alrighty, man. Let me go back to General Big Fish. Go ahead and finish popping your shit, bro, because your phone dropped off or some shit, Big Fish. Big Fish, you on 2 lines, bro? Big Fish.
That's the Lord's work.
Yeah, go ahead and rock, bro. Go ahead and respond to whatever you had to
That's
say.
the Lord. That's the Lord's work.
Hold up. Let me say this real quick. Boxing nerd.
Yes,
he didn't have no shoulder pads on them shoulders. You notice Earl is bigger.
He's in shape. He looks in great shape. I'll tell you that. He looks in great shape.
That fat camp bull crap. These niggas like to holler all the time. Did he look fat to you? Because he didn't look fat to me.
Hey, but I'll counter you with this. He's playing catch up, as Earl wasn't always consistent. Terence has always been consistent throughout his boxing career, and that counts for something. So he's still playing catch up. He's trying to catch up to the level what Terence Crawford is. So hopefully he can get this little bit of catch up that he has to do.
Do you know what Derek James meant by depth? Do you know what he meant when he said Earl got a little bit more depth?
Nah, break it down, Key. What did he mean?
Yeah, break it down for me, please.
What? When they asked Derek James, why do you feel like Errol Spence gonna win? Because he say he got a little bit more depth. He talking about the fights, the battles. You know what I'm saying? The shit that prepare him for, quote unquote, the stage that we are used to. We are used to the big stage. It's not new to us, man. It's not new to us, man.
This is
new to Bud Crawford,
level,
but it's
though,
not
Mr.
new to us, man.
We
used to this shit.
Level.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is. And I'm gonna tell you what. I give it a few rounds. I give it to about the 3rd round. Somebody got to make a move. I'm just want to see who it gonna be first, because I tell you what, You know, Bud cannot. That ESPN bull crap, they holler that shit for him and Lomachenko. Oh, he's downloading the data. He's downloading the data. That bullshit. That nigga getting beamed on. That nigga ain't downloading shit. That nigga not sure what the fuck he want to do. You know what I'm saying? He ain't sure about a goddamn thing. You know
Oh,
what I'm
come
saying?
on, Key. You can't say that.
So Q, you don't think he's using it as a strategy to throw off his opponents by coming out one way and saying, okay, once I get my time and distance, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to this shit? You don't think he doing that, bro? You think he just confused right off the rip?
I feel like Bud Crawford. I've been watching some of them fights. I think when he get in the ring with his opponents, he's not sure about his approach yet. I think he kind of feeds more off of who he fighting and what they do. That's what I believe. That's why I say
that's a
Earl
way
don't
of
need to
making
get greedy.
calculations, though.
Man,
Making
calculate.
proper
Like I say, well, tell him to do that on the 29th.
So let me ask
See
you
how
this,
many,
Q.
and tell me how many rounds he gonna be down.
Q, let me ask you this, fam. Do you think it'll be better for Earl to fight Bud on the outside or to try to get in on the inside?
Shit. I think on the inside, man. That's what I think. I think on the inside. I think for Bud, he should fight on the outside. And I hope he in tremendous shape because he gonna be utilizing every part of the ring. You know what I'm saying? But Bud Crawford, I know you listening right now. Your fans say that you a dog. That's what your fans say. So that means that you gonna stand in that paint with Errol Spence. We would love to see it, but
He said it in one of the interviews after the press conference. He said, you know, sometimes there'll be exchanges within the pocket. Sometimes we'll be fighting on the inside. He think it's going to be a lot of ebbs and flows of the fight. But let me just say this. Did you hear what Errol Spence said about Danny Garcia being a better counterpuncher than Terence Crawford? Did you catch that soundbite?
Best counterpuncher on the planet.
Did anybody else on the panel hear that?
I didn't hear that, man.
I sure did. I sure did.
I'm gonna find
I
it for you,
sure
Q.
did.
I gotta
If you
play
don't
this.
find it,
That,
if you don't find it, let me
shit was
know. I'll go get it.
blasphemous. That was blasphemous.
Ridiculous.com. But you know, go Big Fish will run with it.
I don't
I'ma
even
say
think
this.
Fish and Cutin said that shit before.
I got no comment on that one.
He said he didn't say better than Crawford. He said the best in the
Hey,
world.
hey, Danny Garcia did make a Terence Crawford opponent look like a V-level fighter.
But wait a minute. But what does that have to do with counter punching, though, Big Fish? Don't. Let's not flip it. Let's not change the narrative.
Danny Garcia is an elite fighter, man. That's
So
what
you
that's
wait a
what
minute.
he's
Hold on,
saying.
Fish. Hold on. So you think that Danny Swift Garcia is a more prolific counter puncher than Terence Bud Crawford?
I'm not saying he is and he isn't. I'm saying that
But that's what Earl said. That's what we talking about.
That's what he said. I can't speak for him.
But do you agree? I'm asking you, do you agree with that?
He know better than me. This is what I think. He was prepared. He got a test against a really good counter puncher.
Struggling.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta find it. Hold on, y'all. Let me find a better one. Y'all go ahead.
Man,
Let me find.
I'm gonna tell you something. Earl can fight Bud the same way he fought Danny Garcia. You know, you going up against a counter puncher. How do you counter a counter puncher? Don't give him nothing to counter. What you laughing at, nigga? No, that's the truth because he couldn't counter shit. What are you talking about? That was a good game plan because once again, and Derek James, we trust nigga. You know what I'm saying? We trust him. Goddamn right. We trust Derek James and we trust that he's gonna have the right game plan for Buddy. No.
Hey, you know what? You know what other depth?
Yo, who sound like they getting electrocuted?
Eric James was talking about E. Thriller.
Hey, yeah, man. Somebody fix your audio, man. We can't be fucking up the show, y'all. Mute your audio if you got something going on.
Don't be like me.
Go ahead, Fish.
Yeah. Derek James knows that all Terence Crawford does when he fights in his natural stance, which is southpaw. All he does is throw a right check hook, and he does a half a step back, like my boy Mosquito Spray say, and then come back with that left hand to the body or that left uppercut. That's all he fucking do all day long. When he did Falk Avenues and he do that little pity pat jab shit, you're not gonna be able to throw that bullshit against Earl. Earl has multiple tools in his toolbox. He can dart in and out. He stops. body shots, right uppercuts, left uppercuts, right hooks, left hooks, and we know he got the best jab in the business.
Does he?
all know
Does he
that.
really?
So
Does he really?
Because
0 for
statistics
28 in the
say
sixth
he
round
does.
versus
He does.
Does
Ugas.
he really?
0
Because he
for
wasn't landing
26.
that jab against Ugas.
He does.
He wasn't landing that jab against Sean.
Ugas is a superb Cuban boxer, so
Bro,
it's gonna be
Ugas wasn't even
hard.
using his fucking legs,
Hey,
bitch.
the other
Superb is
shit
a
worked
He
though.
wasn't using his
Hey,
legs, and he
Superb is
still
a
couldn't
hey,
land a
Superb
jab.
shit right now.
What about the
we
other
were
shit
breaking that nigga. That's why
Do
he
you
couldn't
see?
use
But
his
that still
legs.
doesn't
Do
negate
y'all
the fact
see?
he
Did
couldn't
y'all
use the
see
jab.
Ugas's face? He got
Yes,
hit
we
with
saw the
something.
face, big fish. Yes, of
He
course.
so if the jab wasn't getting there, something was getting there. Damn, a ghost
It was them.
hitting
It
him
was
or
them
something.
uppercuts, but it wasn't a jab. But hold on, fish. Hold that thought. Let me let y'all hear this sound bite. And once again, I don't own the rights to this content. This is for educational purposes only. I'm not gonna show it. We just gonna listen to the audio. Let's roll that shit.
Had a lot of amazing fights this year. How does it feel to be another name on the list of legacy fights in Vegas?
It feels great. I feel like on the first round, his mentality. When I win this form, it's like I always fish fry. You gotta catch me to fish.
Size-wise, did you?
I mean, I've been.
Hey, Gerald, stylistically, why do you see this fight turning out to be a one-sided ass one?
Stylistically. Oh no, he's definitely gonna try to fight. If you know Terence Crawford mentality, he's definitely gonna try to fight. He's definitely gonna put on a great show and do the best of his ability. If you know his mentality, I just feel like I'm just a superior fighter. I feel like I'm gonna break him physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything. I'm just gonna break his will.
You told him years ago that you're too light in the ass. Now it's some years later, he's grown into it. Is he still too light in the ass?
Man, everybody too light in the ass for me.
What do you do? Last one for me, just the main question I feel like for you heading into this fight versus him is his counter punching. What's the best you could give me on how you're gonna get through that and win the fight despite his counter punching?
Man, everybody got counter punching. I mean, Danny Garcia the best counter puncher in the world. I mean, he got highlight reel knockout counter punching ability, especially with the left hook. And I cancel that out, so I'm not too much worried about it. I got a long amateur pro pedigree where I fought a lot of guys who was great counter punchers. So that never stopped me before.
You think Danny's better counter puncher than Terence?
I think he was.
When you fought
him? I think Terence is just faster than him and quicker than him. But I think Danny is definitely a great counter puncher.
Listen to him moving the goalpost, y'all. But go ahead. That's what Errol Spence say.
Now watch
He
this.
sat up there and said that shit.
Now I'm gonna say this. From what I just heard just now, Danny do got some hell of a highlight reels knockouts
Versus
on
who?
them on
Just
them
like y'all
counter
say
punches.
against Bud versus who?
Good point.
Watch this here. At the time, Amir Khan was something at that time when Danny Garcia fought him. Because remember, he was the big underdog.
Yeah, he was losing too.
Danny Garcia wasn't even supposed to win. He was the underdog.
He was losing until he landed that shot too. Congratulations to him for doing that.
So watch this. So what Earl just said just now, that as far as with Danny, and now as far as him being a better counter puncher than Bud, I'm not gonna go that far, right?
I'm just making sure see how dumb you willing to go. How low you willing to go, like Limbo.
Oh no! Like I say, I'm technically sound. I keep my hands up at all times. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get counted in the job. Man, Danny was a hell of a counter puncher, man. He'll knock your ass out with his counter puncher.
Yeah, at 140.
About throwing that no look left hook.
At 140.
Shit, he almost did it at 154. Shit, what you talking about?
I mean,
against Jose. Yeah, we gonna always talk about that because if the shoe was on the other foot,
no, it don't matter.
Jose was already broken on you. Based off of y'all logic, Jose was already broken.
Hey,
I'm just saying, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm giving y'all logic. He was already broken, so we can't give Danny credit for that.
He be the guy with a bullet still in his leg. No, years after.
You like that shit, Brim? You see how I hit them with their own shit?
Beautiful, man. I saw your head bobbing and weaving when you moved and hit them. That was nice, man. It looked like Ali just now.
But yo, Big Fish, so Big Fish, now that you heard the statement from Errol Spence, do you agree or disagree with what he said about the counterpunch?
I feel that he cleaned it up at the end. So what he said is what I feel. I feel that Danny Garcia is a hell of a counterpuncher, and he neutralized him. So no, he's not as good as Terence Crawford, allegedly, according to y'all, which y'all trying.
Allegedly?
Yeah, because this
It
dude
sounded like a contradiction.
Fish.
Let me switch to this real quick. That's what Earl was alluding to today. Top Rank was great in matchmaking because they fluffed.
Oh, he
boy
did
up
say that, and they is
and
great. They is
propped
great.
him up. Bud is
How can he
not
be
what
great, but then they don't
Bud
fight?
is not what y'all think he is, and y'all about to see. So he about to get
Yeah, that
punished
sounds good.
spiritually, mentally, physically. He's about to be broken.
Look
Yeah,
at you. He gonna be
You got you
another
a new
man.
phrase to run with. You got your
Hey, Omaha. Hey,
a big phrase for Big
E3.
Fish.
Can I have the floor?
Go ahead. Fish.
Hey, Omaha, y'all motherfuckers better be at that goddamn Epley Airport waiting on this motherfucker to come back. And so y'all can give him a welcome home parade because he gonna be sad as fuck after this ass beating he get.
You wanna know something funny,
cannot
Big
wait.
Fish? You know what's so funny? You just mentioned the Omaha, right? But you're gonna be watching the fight, and like the 6th round, you're gonna be yelling at the screen, Omaha, Omaha. You're gonna be looking for an audible, Omaha.
Man, you know what? I might bring Omaha steaks. You know what I'm saying? To Dallas, fuck it. We might eat Omaha steaks with that ball. No.
First of all, Texas don't know how to make no damn crawfish, so I don't know what the fuck you trying to do right now.
It's kind of funny and ironic how Errol loved to bring up the matchmaking of Top Rank as if Al Heyman didn't have all his matchups lined up in a row. Like, who the fuck was we gonna fight?
Way in
Because he was
advance.
on the island iced out. Like, who was Bud gonna fight?
Yeah, but they don't see. But you know when we say that to Q and Big Fish, that don't matter. They only talk about what actually happened, knowing that the hell they froze his ass out because they had no plans for Terence Crawford until now, and they didn't initially have plans.
Big Fish don't like context, and he don't like the reasons, right? Big Fish, you don't like the reasons, huh? Behind
It depends. What? Let me hear it.
I know
You already heard it a million times. You know what time it is. You know damn well Danny Garcia and none of them guys at PBC was trying. They were advised not to fight Terence Crawford.
Hey, somebody should have advised Terence Crawford to sign where all the fighters was at, man. That's nobody's fault but his own.
Well, okay, so in 2008, okay, here we go again. In 2018, did PBC do anything to freeze Terence Crawford at that time? No, let me finish. I'm asking you a question. Did PBC not make matches with Terence Crawford when he was at 135 and 140? Yes or no? I don't
Warren Buffett had the Learjet ready to take Terence Crawford to Cancun straight from Vegas.
Not answering the question. You hear this guy not answering the question?
Hey,
you hear this guy
any
not answering the question.
chiropractors in Vegas, I need y'all on deck. Y'all gonna need services gonna be needed. Y'all gonna need to be.
Congratulations,
you're right. His hands gonna need to be rubbed after knocking Earl the fuck out. You're absolutely right. He gonna need a massage.
Hey, everybody that was at that community event, I need y'all at Epley Airport at about 3 a.m. Central Standard Time, 4 a.m., something like that, waiting on him to come back beat up.
What you talking about? You gonna go there? You gonna be so mad? You gonna want to try to mess with? You gonna try to take it out on the white girl on Council Bluffs?
Because we don't want to talk, Brent. You talking about stuff in the past. We moved on. The fighters they did good. They talked to each other. They made the fight happen. That shit don't matter no more. All that matters.
You gonna be upset. You gonna be upset when Bud won. You gonna be upset with Bud winning. You gonna fly out there and go smash a white girl from Council Bluffs to try to make up for it.
Hey, Bud is about to get beat from pillar to post. E3, you still got time to switch. Man, you more than welcome to switch when you want.
You don't know
you can pull a brim. You can switch.
Nah,
Brim,
I ain't pulling. Nah, don't do that.
Don't say you pull a brim. No.
Brim,
What happened?
No,
I didn't switch. Back when y'all was calling me an
hey,
sexual, I said Bud was going to win the fight.
You're gonna regret it.
When y'all was calling E3, is this a factor? No. when y'all was calling me aerosexual.
Aerosexual, yes, she was at the time.
Did I say Bud was gonna win the fight back then?
You always said Bud would win the fight.
Thank you. Drive through. Beep.
Hold on. Let me add context. Even though I felt like you were hedging your bets, but you did say that.
I wasn't hedging my bets. I didn't have a dog in the fight.
I'm giving you my opinion of the situation.
I always respected it. The thing is, I told y'all a million times, the reason why I felt like Bud was going to win is when I saw that 10th round versus fucking Porter. At that point, I was like, this dude got a whole different type of mean animal in him, bro. It's just something different about the dude.
It's very Kobe-esque, man. Hey, Big Fish, I don't know why you trying to get me to go on the other side, bro. I'm doubling down. I think the fight might end sooner than 10 or 11 rounds. The more and more I watch Errol Spence making all these sloppy-ass mistakes and lunging forward and losing defensive responsibility and swinging and whiffing on shots looking like he done dropped a blunt in the fucking mat, he gonna get knocked the fuck out, bro.
You seen them clips I sent you a Terence Crawford making all those fundamental mistakes. What about that?
I wouldn't call those fundamental mistakes.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't say that was fundamental mistakes. I just think Sean Porter caught him, and he was kind of bouncing back and forth, and that was it. But Errol Spence was whiffing on shots, bro. It's two totally different things.
I sent you
I wish I could show the shit without getting
flips. The Kavalauskas knockdown, that was plain clear as day.
Oh my God.
He did all he could to stand up. Kavalauskas
what happened in the rest of that round, Fish? What happened? If he was so hurt and flustered by that flash knockdown, can you tell the people in the Woodpack what happened the rest of that fight?
Ooh.
Terence Crawford, he won. We know what happened.
No, he dominated.
He went to work. He went to work.
Kavalauskas didn't play it smart. He had him. He didn't play it smart.
And guess what? You think Errol Spence is gonna play his part?
Yeah, we got. And
Errol Spence don't make mistakes in that ring.
Derek James is in our corner. We good. We Gucci.
No, Kavalauskas is dangerous for 2 rounds.
Derek James can't fight for Spence. He only can tell him what to do. He can't fight for him.
I said that shit on my community tab about 2 weeks ago, bro. I don't know why they don't he's a great trainer, but he can't get in there and fight.
We got him figured out. Y'all don't even know we got this dude figured out. He's basic. Y'all talking
basic.
About
you just say Bud is basic. You talking about Tim Duncan. You talking about Tim Duncan in boxing, and you calling his opponent a basic. Boy, I tell you, man, Big Fish, and Big Fish. It's gonna be 2 fishes out the water on the same night.
Oh no,
bro! All y'all give him credit for
experience, Brim. I can't wait to see this shit.
All y'all give him credit for.
I'm gonna give Q credit. I already know Q gonna show up, but Big Fish gonna duck and hide. Big Fish gonna show up for.
No, he ain't. I'm gonna make that nigga show up. He ain't going nowhere. Bro. It ain't gonna be one of them high and buys like you did for the Sean Porter fight, Fish. You gotta stay on the whole show.
The same Sean Porter fight that everybody was calling for Bud to be judged by, and then as soon as he beats Porter, then there's all type of excuses, man. Come on, bro. Y'all move the goalpost better than anybody.
Hold on, fam. Can y'all hit my like button? Can y'all? God, I'm supposed to have about over 200 likes right now. I got 215 votes with 139 likes. Can y'all hit my motherfucking like button?
Hey, some of the people just come in and like and they leave, bro. They come in and slide out. To hell with it. Everybody like, we appreciate you. Not whatever. Just keep tuning in.
You see this? You see this comment on the screen?
Yeah. Shout out to this.
Whether Bud want to be Kobe Bryant or KG, it really don't matter. Tim Duncan whoop both of their ass all the time, so it don't matter.
Don't say that.
He can be Kobe.
He didn't whoop Kobe all the time. They were pretty even.
Duncan got 5 chips.
And how many Kobe got? I'll wait.
2.
No, he got 5, nigga. Get me.
Those Shaq rings.
He said 2.
I
take away the Shaq rings.
Okay,
we're not talking about Kobe. We're not talking about co-stars.
Hold on, watch that. Wait a minute. Why Shaq couldn't win with Penny in Orlando?
Michael Jordan and Hakeem
Olajuwon. Don't do that.
Hold up. If you want to do that, use that. Then we got to take one away from Duncan because he got one with David Robinson.
Well, it's still 4-2.
Nah, he was trash.
David Robinson was the co-star. What you talking about anyway? David Robinson was the Rudy Poo out of the Come on, man.
I can't.
You said that. You hear that shit, E3? He said David Robinson.
No, recant that statement. Hold on. Wait a minute, Brim. This nigga gonna say something like you said something that's ridiculous, but he don't even want to give Kobe all his goddamn rings. Are you kidding me?
I'm talking about as the man. We
That's
talking about
what.
as the man.
Oh, now you want to switch. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got 2 as the man.
Oh, okay. So Robert Ory rings don't count then.
Do you be hollering about
there?
Derek Fisher this and Derek Fisher that? No.
But wait a minute, you act like Kobe rode his coattails or something. Kobe was averaging 30 points in the finals with Shaq.
Yeah, because he was clearing the way. Everybody was terrified of Shaq. You touch my little brother, I'm gonna knock your ass out.
Wait a minute, who was dominating down the stretch though, Big Fish? Who was the ball? Because Shaq couldn't make free throws. Who was they giving the ball to close the game?
Shaq cleared the way and made everything easy. If Kobe went up for a dunk or a layup and was about to get his shit pinned, all he got to do is just let that bitch go and Shaq go eat that shit up and dunk.
So now Kobe was getting his shit pinned. Come on, stop it, Big.
I said if he didn't get it pinned because he just get bailed out. He just scooped it down to Shaq. That's all he had to do.
I mean, goddamn.
Big Fish is the new GP, bro.
I could
Big Fish is the new GP. The goalpost
how many two guards Shaq carried to the finals, man? Come on, that's nothing for Shaq.
He didn't carry Kobe, and why he didn't carry? Well, wait a minute.
He did carry Kobe to the finals.
I like how you just did that.
He carried Penny to the finals. He carried Wade to the finals.
What was he?
Wade carried him to the finals.
He
played.
Wade
Wade shot
carried
40
him.
free throws in the finals. Shaq got him.
He carried him. He carried
Bro,
him.
Shaq
Wade
was in a
carried
bitch
him.
in the fucking waning moments of that game because he couldn't play no fucking defense and he couldn't make free throws. Zoe Morning was in the game.
I said, got him too.
So he didn't carry Wade.
He got him there. Wade, and we know that Wade shit was some bullshit. He shot fucking 25.
I agree. I agree with that. They robbed the Dallas. The Dallas Mavericks got robbed.
I saw a guy dropping 40 and 35 points with relative ease.
Because they was calling 54 billion fouls on.
Hey man, you got to go to the hole to get fouled.
Man, the referee was in the pocket.
That boy was making glass shots, bank shot threes. Get that man his respect, man. Dwayne Wade is a Hall of Famer.
He is, but at the end of the day, just like Sacramento versus Lakers,
and he was the guy.
Western Conference Final,
he was the guy. Shaq even said he was the guy. Stop it, Big Fish.
You know, here's what's crazy. You notice how the closer we get to the fight, the crazier.
Yo, that's funny.
The crazier Big Fish's narrative pushes.
That's because he's tense. He's nervous.
Hey, I know one thing.
Black Ray Donovan, that comment you got on the screen is beautiful.
Yes,
Boxing nerd. I know it's one thing that I ain't making up. Is one of the worst boxers in the history of boxing. Is from your hometown. What's his name? E3.
Phil fucking LaGreco.
Yeah.
Nigga that's on Errol Spence resume. Another hand me down that Sean Porter beat first. But go ahead.
Hold up. I gotta give you an assist. I gotta give you an assist, boxing nerd. Listen, Donovan Razor Ruddock, bro. That's Canada right there.
Yeah. Samuel Vargas is from here too. Another person on Errol Spence's resume.
Yeah, we like that Canada beat. No.
Yo, I love that comment that Black Ray Donovan said.
Canadian bacon,
he
boy.
said, yo, did you hear? Did you see the comment Black Ray Donovan said? If Bud is Kobe, then Errol is Errol is D Rose.
Because he talking about the injuries. I guess that's the angle that he's coming from. All the injuries.
Absolutely.
Derrick Rose ain't got no championship.
Derrick Rose never won nothing, so I can't even say that.
No, he did get it. He did get an MVP. He did get one MVP.
That's not a championship, bro.
That shit don't count. He shouldn't even win.
The thing is though, Smith's about to lose his championship right now though.
He about to lose all three of them motherfuckers.
That shit sound good, bro. That shit sound good. Like I said, Top Rank didn't match make this one.
Oh, come on with this Top Rank matchmake. What about PBC matchmake? What about PBC's pump fake? What about PBC's keep away? They play keep away.
This weekend, man, we got man. Like I said, man, I'm here for y'all, man. I'm here for all.
Hey Q, I think your audio breaking up, fam. Can y'all hear Q?
No.
Oh, he dropped off. Oh, okay, then yeah, I think Q shit was fucking up. Y'all go ahead and rock, man.
Hey, Ham, real talk, man. Do you know how valuable the experience Errol Spence had in camp with Floyd Mayweather when he was in his prime? Do you know how that's gonna affect this fight? Like what the confidence you get, the confidence that you get from going up against the best. So when you see somebody like Terence Crawford, who think he's the best but not really the best, you just go laugh at him like how he got laughed at today.
I mean, that's the best point that you made in the earlier part, but I don't agree with the latter part because I feel like Bud is the best fighter in the sport, and I will be proven to be true on the 29th. But yeah, let's look at Earl's resume, man. I mean, y'all want to talk about matchmaking. Well, what the fuck was this shit, Big Fish?
Everybody get built up right in the beginning. Everybody go through that, but we talking about
Leonard
we talking about once you reach the championship level, the cherry picking and the handing over the Ndongos and all of that kind of stuff. You claiming that to be something great.
Stop calling Ndongo a cherry pick. He was titleist and he took the belt from.
Bro, you can't cherry pick fighters that was unified. Like, say what you want about Ndongo, he was unified.
Who did he beat?
That's a great fact. That's a great fucking question. I don't fucking know. I don't know everything about boxing.
Bro,
I just know he had the belts. That's all that matters.
That's what Derek James was trying to tell y'all earlier today.
Yeah, just like he was telling us that what's name was undisputed. I'm not trying to hear
don't
it.
mean shit. It's who you fucking beat to
I
get
mean,
a
but
belt.
Errol Spence, hold on, Fish. Errol Spence was the same nigga that was pumping up his resume.
Okay, you want to know who Ndongo beat? He beat Ricky Burns.
Hold on. The last time we saw Chris Algieri, that motherfucker did a somersault in the middle of the ring because he got hit so fucking hard by goddamn Connor B. The last time I checked. And Earl was propping his bum, and he was a bum. Who did he beat?
He had one loss when Earl fought him.
Who did?
Algieri.
Showing that he had 2 losses.
You making me laugh. But just so you know, Ndongo beat Ricky Burns to unify, by the way.
A 57-year-old Ricky Burns? Okay.
No, Ricky beat Ricky Burns before. How is he 57 years old when he beat Ricky Burns before Ricky Burns? You know what? I'm gonna leave that alone because Ricky Burns went to win another title.
I'm not gonna let you guys disrespect Philip Greco. He was 26-1. What an amazing record.
I mean, to Big Fish's point though, who did he beat? Hey, let me pull him up real quick. Hold on. Let's pull that shit up because I want to know.
No, don't do it. He got knocked out by Amir Khan. Oh no.
But see, this is the thing. We can say what we own about Amir Khan, bro, but he has always been competitive in all of his fights outside of Terence Crawford, who made him quit. But even in all his losses, he was competitive. Or he was up on the scorecards. He was out Canelo before he got knocked the fuck out.
So E3, you heard today they talking about Errol Spence don't like to fight backwards. So you think they go push Spence backwards? What you think?
I think when you're as dynamic as a Terence Bud Crawford, who can fight at any style, at any pace or range, I think he's going to do a little bit of everything, Fish. I think he's going to give him different looks, bro. I think that's going to be the key to the fight. He's not just going to fight the same way the whole fight. He's going to make adjustments, in my opinion.
And how he go handle that waistline?
What you mean, the body shots?
Yeah, them low ones.
He ain't gonna be sitting there for them.
He's gonna have to hit them back, bro. He's gonna have to hit them back. That's what I think.
I think Spencer land a few of them, but he ain't gonna be there for him to get that many shots.
That's when he go. That's when he go fuck up when he try to do that, man.
No big.
That's gonna get him out of his character.
What are you talking about? That's gonna get him in character, actually.
Okay. Well, he trying to throw punches.
When his Bud went to go get his lick back, when at any point since Bud's been fighting, when he went to go get his lick back, he ended up being the one catching.
If he's trying to throw a low, I've never seen him get his lick back by throwing an intentional low blow, Brimley. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's going to throw an intentional hook to the face.
Okay.
And we just got to have a good referee that whenever they actually warn Errol Spence to take away points if he keep doing the shit over and over, bro. Because that's how he beat Sean Porter with all them fucking low blows.
When did he get deducted for a low?
I just said he never has, but I'm saying he's going to need to if he keep doing the same shit over and over. Can't just keep warning the nigga, bro. You got to take a point away at some point.
He be hitting right in the right spot. That's legal. That's
no,
what
that's not if you getting warned.
Y'all be wishing the shit is low. It's actually
Big Fish. I did a whole fucking video on all the low blows Errol Spence did, bro. Stop it.
What did you listen to the fight instructions where Tony Weeks said, "Hey, these trunks are a little high, so you're good right here." How many times did you go through that on your film study?
I didn't go through it. I don't think it was implemented in the video I had. I didn't see none of that.
Yeah, he hitting right where he allowed to, man. Y'all tripping.
So you're saying Sean Porter shorts was too high? Is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. He had them
Okay, but wait a minute. What about Kell Brook? What about
He
that
had them
fight?
hoes pulled up too high, man.
What about Kell Brook?
All of them. Anybody you
Oh,
name.
okay.
This
Everybody
shit
wear
was
their
too
trunks
high.
on the fish.
He wearing this
Yo,
shit like Magic
listen,
Johnson.
Okay.
Listen,
Yeah, he
E3. Right now, Big Fish is a Superman. He got a cape on right now for Spence.
Hey, they wear their shorts like Magic Johnson, man. You got to hit on the waistline.
I see. Hey, man, the BFB Master Q just slid back in the ring. What's popping, Q?
Man, I'm just enjoying you brothers, man, right now, man. I'm just listening. Y'all cooking, man. Y'all keep going.
Hey man, I cannot. It's one person in this world, boy. It's gonna be the first call I'm making is to fucking clear dump Florida for mosquito spray, boy.
Did you say clear dump Florida?
This motherfucker, he has been so arrogant with his prediction, man. I cannot wait. I know he
clear dump Florida.
Fish, my bad, bro. So you gonna call mosquito spray before you call me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He started this. It's his fault.
Mosquito spray, aka
mosquito spray.
Atlas, man.
We need his mosquito spray to pull up. He said clear dump Florida.
He training for this ice cream buffet ceremony that he got to go to.
That nigga gonna get on your ass when he hear this shit.
You ridiculous. Yeah.
But shit, man, we done been on here for 2 hours, man. If y'all want to go live tomorrow, man, shit, I gotta go ahead and hop out because I gotta wake up and get some reps in the morning, man. Closing thoughts. Going out to Boxing Nerd 101.
Oh man, what a great conversation, my brothers.
Appreciate it.
My right brothers, my loyal right brothers. Appreciate you guys, man. Always indebted to you guys for making me an honorary right brother in Canada. I will continue to eat my Canadian bacon with maple sauce every day of the week. No, I'm playing. I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks, Ethan, for coming on again.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready for tomorrow's press conference. I'm gonna try and go to bed early so I can wake up early for the next one.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, you guys have a great night.
You too, bro. Appreciate you, Boxing Nerd, for pulling up,
bro.
man. All right, man. Going out to is that Stephen Brimley? Closing thoughts, my brother.
Appreciate you as always, E3. I love it, man. Listen, as the days keep on counting down and we get closer to that 30-day mark, believe me, the Big Fish propaganda machine will only crank up because that's going to mask his nervousness because he know he's about to get pulled out of the sea and he can't breathe outside of the water. So Big Fish, just get ready, man. And I hope that you stay steadfast and strong and take your loss like the soldier you are. And Q, I know you will, Q, because you built for this, man. And I appreciate you guys keeping it a buck and not letting Derrick James pull y'all all the way into the deepest waters of propaganda. I appreciate you, gentlemen. Listen, everybody in the chat, salute to y'all for supporting E3. Y'all make sure y'all press the like. Y'all subscribe to his new channel, Go Thriller, and it is Unbiased Out. God bless and good night.
Appreciate that, man. Going out to the BFB Master Q. Closing thoughts, my brother.
My brothers. Hey, man, awesome show, man. I had to listen to the press conference. I didn't catch it earlier, man, because, man, I was so caught up on the Trio burger. You know what I'm saying? That Trio burger, I couldn't even finish that motherfucker, man. The triple OG, bro. I think I might get another one before I go back to town, man. But I will most definitely catch the press conference tomorrow. Shout out to everybody, man. And last but not least, a lot of you dudes that steady like to type in the comments, y'all got to start clicking the link because this Saturday, enough is enough. TMT is coming out. The list is coming out. TMT for all you dudes that do too much typing, nigga. I got y'all this weekend for sure. That's what I got.
Appreciate that, Master Q. Yeah, man, they do a lot of typing and a lot of clicking. Well, not enough clicking, and they damn sure don't click the like button, but it is what it is. And last but not least, man, going out to my brother, the General Big Fish. Take us home, man. Closing thoughts.
Yeah, man. First off, I don't appreciate Brimley trying to accuse me not of being a sore loser. No, let me speak. No, let me speak. Let me speak.
Finish speaking, please.
You already had your turn. Be quiet. Thank you. Yeah, shout out to you, E3. Shout out to the super confused fan. I used to be an Earl sexual. Now I'm a Bud buddy. Shout out to Boxing Nerds. Shout out to Q. Hey, there was a great press conference today. Tomorrow, I know Bud he getting all the calls and stuff, man. You should have said this, Bud. You should have said that, Bud. He looks scared, Bud. He gonna get all that tomorrow, so he gonna come out try to look a little better tomorrow. But I already seen what I know is gonna happen July 29th. I told you, E3, pillar to post. Y'all in Bud Buddy Nation, enjoy this little time y'all have right now. Y'all are going to disappear. I am going to hoodie ha 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 ha. Hoodie ha 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 ha. I'm gonna be ha 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 ha. I'm going to ha 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 ha. I'm showing up. I said mosquito spray. I'm showing up every time you fucking go live, Brim. Ha 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 ha. I'm out.
No.
All right, man. Shout out to everybody that slid in the ring on the panel on the Wolfpack, man. Shout out to the Playback Gang. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And if you're in the chat and you hadn't hit the like button, hit the like button on your way out. Shout out to everybody that dropped a comment. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to everybody that subbed up to my new channel. I just posted the link in the chat, so make sure y'all go show my other channel some love so I can get monetized again and get some super chats, man. Shout out to everybody that didn't hit the motherfucking like button. We'll be back on tomorrow night. Until then, we are gone. Holla.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Time for the fight.
Is this not why you are here?
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
Goat thriller, back better, iller, pound for pound, killing these topics with analytics, silencing all the critics, trying to bite the style, they get sun like children. YouTube villain, podcast killing, so antagonistic and prolific with the swiftness. Make sure you make weight before you trying to debate. Yeah, I said it and I never hesitate. Hit them with hooks cause these rooks took the bait. Start the show cause goats never hesitate. Ducking smoke, got them sweating at they toxins.
Yeah,
Goat thriller, cleaning up the sport of boxing. Aight then.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
I fucking wait. I am the greatest.
Yeah, I said it.